Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Flory Models Live Christmas show and a very
Merry Christmas!
Humbug.
Here we got our very own Steve, armor god there, Dumbledore is with us. Stefan, the ship god, our maritime guru, is with us. And then obviously we've got over in the States, we've got Hans looking very cool, which, you know, would be over there because it is pretty cold. We have the lovely Melanie here today to answer all your questions, how you do it, and everything else.
Oh, I don't know how I do it, but you know.
I'm here. John joined us again. My little helper, Phil's little helper on tap as well. Bless him. Sydney's very Dumbledore. Christmas. Stefan, the ship. Hold on, sorry, we've got guru is with us. And then obviously we've got over in the States, we've got Hans, which is very cool, which at least we know we're working. We don't have to test, I've just done it live. Right, so there we go, and we've got the gorgeous Lynn on the end.
Woo!
Our famous sales assistant, the saviour of Telford from the sales team is here as well.
Glamourpuss.
The glamorous one of the group is here as well. Oh, and you, of course, darling.
Yeah, you better be.
Now you know why I was so weird.
Yeah.
I'm in the boss's chair.
We've got the three of us. Who is that?
Call from California.
Phil, mute me for a second.
Yeah, right, mate, no problem. Right, Hans has just got the part. I'm just going to mute this. Let me just turn Hans off. Right, obviously Hans working very hard still, and he should be at work. So he just had to scoot off and grab the phone, as you can see. If somebody can watch for him coming back,
I shall.
And then I'll bring him back. So, usual thing. Obviously, it's a little bit festive. Do you want to do the music intro?
I can't reach that one.
Okay, hold on. Here's our. We spent a fortune on the Christmas props. So try and name the tune. Yeah, that was $1.99. Well spent. So no expense spared on the Christmas props. Yeah, but you did have to eat 8 tons of, like, you know, full of rice to get that.
But they were nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. That's all good.
These ones are better.
Oh, was it? After all your extensive testing?
Definitely.
Oh, is it hot in here? Is it me? Right. Usual thing, guys. Post up any of your questions to any of the guys, here or abroad. Because, as I say, Stefan's with us tonight, which is the first for him.
He's back.
So, oh, he's back. Hold on, let me unmute Hans again. That's all right. The world can carry on now. Hans is back with us.
Sorry.
All good. So, any questions to any of the team guys? You know, the usual thing. Pop it up actually in the forum, in the chat area, and then obviously we'll get through as many questions as we can. So, all ready for Christmas, are we? No?
Just about.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes. Everyone who knows Mel knows she is the biggest kid.
Yeah.
When it comes to Christmas, she starts.
I have
about
done Christmas.
September.
He hasn't done a thing.
They don't
He's-
generally.
no.
I'm too busy in here.
Well, that is true. I've just taken the card. I've done everything, bought everything, wrapped everything. I've got some lovely gifts for myself.
What, you're stealing her for Christmas? What,
Yeah,
more than
he
any
did.
woman
He
might?
did.
John, I suppose you've been busy at work.
Non-stop.
You are Santa's helper,
Yeah.
after all.
Christmas can't come and go quick enough.
Yes.
Oh, you look really
Bar
tired.
humbug.
Humbug,
Yeah. Never mind. We'll get him in the Christmas spirit, definitely. Oh, no. Lynn, what have you broke now?
It's alright, it's only a pot of coke.
Oh.
I promise it's nothing precious.
Like,
Phil.
the lid was long.
Oh, was it?
Don't
Oh,
worry
that's
about
alright. The dog will get it.
that. Yeah, it's fine.
Yes. So go on then.
Yeah, I'm all sorted, ready. All ready, I'm ready to go. Yeah. Still, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're glad when it's over and done with.
Yeah.
It's so miserable.
Oh, humbug.
It's Christmas.
So Lynn, you all sorted and ready, aren't you?
Yeah, just about, I think, really.
Yes.
John doesn't do anything, like you say.
Oh,
It's
they
not
never
here,
do.
You
No,
know,
it's
but it's
good.
all sorted and wrapped.
That's
Got a
it.
decoration up, but the Christmas twig will go up tomorrow.
All right. You,
Joe promised
yeah.
Christmas
me.
Eve, never too late, Lynn. Hey?
They're cheaper, those trees, that time of the year. Christmas
No,
Eve, the
none of
ones
it.
that are dead, you know, no
You
needles
get
left
a
on
nice
it.
one for like a 5-inch
True.
apple it's about that big, so.
Oh, well.
That's what she's doing, isn't it?
Christmas twig will
Go on,
go
left.
tomorrow.
Well, you can have our one afterwards,
Oh.
yeah, because
I mean,
that
it's
one
getting
plays a
fetched
tune.
nicely round
Fit
there.
the presents found it.
Very nice.
Very nice. So, Steve, you all ready for Christmas? Obviously,
Yeah,
you've got
as ready as
Santa.
it can be.
Yes.
Yeah, be happy when it's January though. So.
What is wrong with you? It's the Christmas.
Yeah, be nice and quiet
You're
up here.
closest to Santa, because you live like next door to him, don't you? In Lapland.
I do, yeah.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be round for a drink Wednesday evening.
Yes. So, Stefan, you all ready for Christmas?
Yes, I'm just waiting and take it cool.
That's the way. Have a drink, sit back and relax.
Like Phil.
Yeah, that's the way I do it. Everyone else run around and I'll just drink. That's about it. So, Hans, are you all ready?
No, there's no way. I still have all my wrapping to do. I'll do that tonight or tomorrow. I'm still waiting for someone to come in the post, UPS, so we'll see.
Oh, it's getting
Yeah.
close, isn't
I'll
it?
trust you to leave it till the end.
Heidi's
It's nothing like waiting until the last second.
well, being male, that's part of being
I was
Christmas,
going to say,
isn't it?
really, yeah,
It is
it's
a-
true.
definitely a male.
That is.
I work better under pressure.
Well, this is. Yeah, he likes to like live on the edge.
There you go.
Divorce, if he gets it wrong.
Yeah.
Right, okie dokie then. Do you want to crack on with the questions?
Well, then,
I know
ladies
we've got
first.
loads.
Me starting.
Ladies
Okay.
first.
Oh, ladies
Oh
first.
gosh. Okay. This is from Ben. Just says deck the hall with boughs of Flory. Merry Christmas to one and all. Phil, go easy on the drink over the festive period. Holiday all booked off for February. As look forward to seeing you all then. No
Indeed.
question tonight. Just going to sit back and enjoy now I finish work for a few days.
Bless
Ben.
him, yeah.
Little Ben.
Little Ben.
Little Ben.
Happy Christmas, mate. Yeah, we'll
Happy
see you in the new
Christmas.
year.
Be careful driving down.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're on together.
Mummy number 2 will tell you what.
Yeah.
You can't go that way, Lola.
Yeah, she will. She'll fit. Sorry, dog alert.
Come on, Sydney.
Post 3 is from Sean. Should be a good laugh this. Shame I'm going to be in the in-laws. What a bore. Merry Christmas.
Never mind. You can watch us and then just pretend you're talking to them on your phone or something.
Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it?
Nod and appreciate and laugh.
Every now and
Every
again.
now and again, yeah.
That's it.
This one's from Bob Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi lads, can I just take this opportunity to wish you and the team and the entire Flory community a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. I would also like to express my sincere and heartfelt thanks to all my friends here on the recent illness and passing of my dear mother for their extremely kind condolences and good wishes. Really meant a lot to me. Happy modelling to you all.
Yes.
Yes.
Bless you.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Bob.
Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Next post is from Colin. Merry Christmas to all. Bill, you forgot to introduce your most important guest, which is Hans' cat.
Yeah. Hans, have you got the cats with you tonight?
No, actually, they're upstairs, locked away, so they can't mess around in the studio over here.
Yeah, I must admit it was a bit nerve-wracking watching
It
him in the
was,
background
Aw.
going around the desk.
And continuing with Colin, it says, Syd, you should enter your F-16 into the stirring up dust as a night fighter. You should get away with that one.
Yeah, and you would. We said that.
That's too late. I've already started building it.
Yeah, so you couldn't
Yeah.
wait.
Already on the go.
This
Watch
one.
this space.
This is one from Chris. Season's greetings to all at Flory Models and to all the members. No question for me, just a pleasant evening watching the show while munching my way through a rather nice pork pie and a nice bottle of Chateau Neuf de Pape.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds nice.
Glad you read that
And I may even break out the pork later.
Ooh.
So Chris sounds like he's on for a bit.
Yeah.
Well done, Chris. Have a good evening.
Yeah, that's it.
Next one is from Fred. Merry Christmas, everyone. Just one question for Phil. I admire the way that you and Mel work together. I'm not sure my wife and I could do the same. I have been married for just over 30 years and just wanted to know how you get Mel to let you do everything you want.
You're better to answer that.
Well, honestly, he just does as he's told, to be honest. No, actually, we do get on really well,
Yeah,
don't we?
it's sad.
It is sad,
yeah,
but
very sad, but
we don't argue, and we do get on very well, so we just giggle, really, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, it's all cool.
Now a modelling question. I have been experimenting with micro mask, similar to Humbrol Masco, and would appreciate your thoughts on use and abuse. All the best for the season to the whole team at Flory Models and all the members from an expat Canadian in Texas.
Ooh.
Well, mask oils, an exception perhaps of the what's it called? Neo one, which is the one over there. Can you pass us that one? Sweets, it's the one with the orange.
This one.
Yeah. I think they all roughly work the same. This one is very similar to that particular one, the micro one. It's very easy to cut without it dragging. Tends to grip quite well. So yeah, from that point of view, they are very good. It's just they're in sort of different bottles, the standard sort of 30ml bottles that all the micro industry stuff comes in. So, but yes, Hans, have you ever used it?
Yeah, I actually use that quite a bit.
There you go. That's the one.
Let's see if we can get it. There we go. It's just it's kind of a rubbery liquid more than anything, and similar to what you have right there. Good for canopies, good for masking in general, good for camo jobs. It does take, I want to say, about 2 hours really to kind of harden where you can start manipulating it around.
Yeah. See, anyone else used it? Steve, you ever used it?
No, I don't use it. I stick to using Neo.
Yeah. Stefan?
Yes, I have used it on clear parts, and as Hans says, it's really easy to cut when it's dry.
Yeah, that would be my point to it as well. Let it totally cure, because you can cut it quite easily with a blade, and it doesn't wrinkle up like the lesser ones like Humbrol mask oil and stuff like that.
No,
so yes, very good those. Next.
Oh, okay. This one's from Neil.
See the button.
Wake her up.
Could be arranged.
You just keep your fingers where they belong, Mr. Knight. I know what you're like. Hi everyone, and only 2 more seats until Christmas.
Yay!
I'm interested to hear your views on the new announcements from Airfix, Hit or Miss, and as a follow-up, what have been your find of the year in terms of modelling? And then there's a question for you, Mel, in a minute. I'll let him answer those bits first.
Mine's easy. Mine's a Shackleton. It's about time. Let's face it. The Frog kit, which was as we've spoken about in the live show again, haven't we? Was reboxed by Grail, and they even put an article in it about the state of the kit, saying it's not us. It's a very old kit with reboxing. So yeah, from that point of view, mine is the Shackleton. I can do Busby then.
And the Whitley.
You're in for the Whitley, are you?
And the Shackleton.
And the Shackleton. You?
Yeah, it's the Sea King's the only one that I've noticed.
Yeah, well, they did another announcement on Monday. Midday, you were stuff.
He's like, what?
Oh, send you back to sleep.
I'm going to start.
No, that's it. Steve?
I'm with the Shackleton as well.
Yeah.
It's something I wouldn't mind building, actually.
Yeah, no, it is for me. Yeah, definitely. Stefan? Anything?
Well, I have a look at this new Dornier 17. It looks really, really nice.
Yeah. No, they seem to have come along with some different ones. Hans, anything from you you'd go for?
On the Airfix side, what is it? Bolton Paul Defiant looks pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they have sort of, I think, come along with some interesting things, since we were particularly let down at Telford. Because it was like, really? There's nothing there that I'll get excited about. But now I'm doing a Shackleton. But it's just one of those things. When will it come out? Yeah, they're saying it's coming now, but it could be.
They just read that old kits, aren't they? But
yeah.
The ones that have got a bit of a reputation of being a dog of the kit, they.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, like the Shackleton. So yeah, when the Shackleton comes out, I will be doing that one. Definitely. That'll be my one.
Cool. Question for Mel. Has Phil ever let you play with his things and allowed you to make a model?
Oh, I have actually. He always lets me play. I want to rearrange his paint rack into paint colour order, but he won't let me do that.
Maybe works.
Why
But
not?
I don't know, because he has to have it in number order, orange and colour order. But I did make this one.
Your Mel did that for the aeroplane sig when we were in the old house, so it's got to be 3 years ago
gotta
now.
be.
But yeah, and it
My
only
little
took,
ladybird.
amazingly, first time with an airbrush.
No runs.
No
Look at that,
runs.
guys.
It's
Pass it
actually
around and have a good look.
a pretty good finish, but it only actually took 2.5 bottles of Tamiya paint to do it.
Yeah, but
Amazingly.
I never had no runs.
No, it makes like some type of force holding the paint to it.
Does need a dust, Phil.
Well, yeah, it needs a dust.
All the panel lines have disappeared.
Yeah.
I have offered to help him with different things, but he won't let me.
No, it's all right. Everything's under
He
control.
says no, it's all right. He doesn't need me. I have offered.
Yes. That's it.
You gotta look.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mind the dust.
Alright.
Yeah, no, dust is all
The
part
dust,
of
the
it.
dust adds to it.
It
Yeah.
does.
It does.
It makes
There's
it
enough
you can't
paint
see.
on there. It
Then
can be
stroke it.
polished. It's not going to ever come off. It's like a bolt.
She looks
thing.
lovely.
You're stroking it.
Well, it is
Sweet.
a little egg plane.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything like that.
Well, there you go, then. We'll have to get you doing it
I
for
can't,
when it comes along.
seriously.
Yeah.
Live on thing.
No, I don't think I could, really.
We'll
So
leave you
next-
to it on a Tuesday
Next
night.
Easter, we'll both do another one. Alright? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. There you go,
Okay,
everyone. You heard it
let's
here
do it.
first.
We'll do it
Let's
here. We'll do it here.
Yeah,
If we can't get here, we'll do it live.
Challenge is set.
That's
Oh
it.
my
We'll do it live on the
God.
show.
That's it. Yeah, live on the
Don't know
show.
what you're letting yourselves in for.
Well, it'll be a giggle.
We can do it with chocolate.
Giggle, yeah.
So yes, he does. But
You're very
not what I
quiet.
want to play with.
Saying anything, I'm giving you out shut tonight.
So I'm going to take that off. I'm sweating. I'll
Put
put it
it
on.
on,
I'll put
it's
it on
Christmas.
frequently.
Put it on.
Oh,
It's Christmas, you must keep it on.
is it warm in here? Or is it me? But even Steve's good.
Ew, put your hat on.
It all seemed such a good idea about an hour ago. Bless. Right, next.
Has he got a rash yet?
Yeah.
Oh, read me. Alright, next one. Wayne Hillman, post 9.
Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, yes, Wayne.
Congratulations.
Wayne.
Happy Christmas. He's won. He's done the competition winner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Happy Christmas, Phil, Syd, Mel, Hans, Steve, Stefan, and John. Whoa, what a cast. Just want to say a big thank you for all the things, Flory, including all the members who are so kind with their comments and encouragement. It has really helped me as a modeler. Just love this site big time. I would like to thank the team members as well for voting my build #1. I still cannot believe it. Yeah,
It's very well deserved, yeah.
the buy went well. didn't
Yeah,
it
how
did,
much did
yeah.
you pay him, Wayne?
Yeah, it was only 50 quid.
And a box of Haribos.
But I must say, like, you know, the guys here, Steve, Stefan, and Hans, we all had a meeting, didn't we, on Sunday night, and we all picked it. So well done, everybody. It was very particularly difficult for us all picking that lot, though.
Especially trying to get the connection to work as well.
Well, yeah, your connection was rubbish. It amazes me. Hans like 6,000 miles away. You know, Stefan's out in the sticks in Sweden, wherever. You're already down the road from my house, and I can't get a tea.
My question is for Phil. Phil, can you please put me out of my misery and let me know what you think of the Fly Adrio kit? My better half bought it for me for Christmas, and I was
a
allowed
Dorado.
to touch it, but not open the packets. That's the one. Please let me know. It's a great kit. All the best, and hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas. P.S. I really hope Phil isn't wearing that thing Mel put on Facebook.
Oh, he is.
Why do you think the camera's that way?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Well, I tell you what I'll do is you can wait till tomorrow, and I'll put the review up tomorrow. So you'll get the review for it tomorrow of this lovely kit with all the resin goodies and the bits and pieces. No, it is. It's very, very nice. That's what I'm going to say. The review I'll put up on the site tomorrow lunchtime.
Well, I was tickling the back of your neck. I thought my luck was in. I thought, that's it.
Aspo.
You're in my
Get
bag.
the
You'll
Aspo.
get nothing
She is
tonight.
friendly.
Right,
Yeah.
next.
This is from Alex. Hi, Phil, Syd, Hans, Steve, Stefan, Mel, and John. Blimey, full house tonight. Hope you're
Oh,
Harry
Lynn.
Bones. That's fine.
And
Well,
Lynn.
that's fine. Yes, there is enough Harry
I was
Bones.
losing Haribos.
Yes.
Really looking forward to tuning in. I'd just like to say again a huge thank you for third place in the Overlord GB.
Yeah,
Okay.
Grail, yeah.
Sorry. I am still gobsmacked that I won anything, especially being up against such amazing models and modelers. And of course, well done to Jason and Wayne for their thoroughly deserved wins.
I didn't win.
Oh.
You don't deserve to.
My
You're
question,
naughty.
Who chuckled then? That's Stefan. Stefan
Yeah,
chuckling.
Stefan, yes, it was Stefan Joplin. It was him.
my question for tonight is, do any of you guys have any experience with ARI kits? ARI kits?
Are they A-R-I-I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got their old 148 BF 109 G6 from Japan for the grand sum of £4.50, which I believe dates from the early 80s,
It was ripped off.
possibly into the late 70s. I'm looking forward to starting it, but haven't really got a clue if their kits are any good. I will say it looks surprisingly nice from a quick look through the box, with recessed panel lines, better than some kits on offer today. Aftermarket decals are a must though, as the stencil data you get with the kit are literally squiggles.
Yeah.
I have some from Eagle Cal on their way. As usual, keep up the good work, chaps, and have a very merry Crimbo.
Merry
That
Christmas.
actually what she was.
She did
I'm
very
very
professional.
good.
You know.
What I'm talking
I think
about.
this is it. You know, she's very
Lynn,
good
don't
at
do
her
too
job.
good a job because I'm going to get you in here
It
otherwise.
subliminally goes in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You lot all nattering. I'm sure it goes in there.
That's it.
And you still got the job.
We'll speak to Hans. Hans, have you ever done one of these kits?
No, unfortunately, I've seen them, but I've never bought one or built one. So can't really comment too much on those. But they look interesting, though. Quite some esoteric stuff that they build or bring to market for sure.
Yeah, I must admit, I haven't built one. So, Stefan, have you ever built one?
No, I don't.
No, I don't think they have too much in Europe at all. You don't tend to see them around here. Steve?
No,
No.
no, I've not heard of them actually.
What happened to Dumbledore? He's gone.
Yeah,
He's stripped off.
loud thing.
It was
We're having a heat wave in Yorkshire at the moment, so.
Yeah. Bless. Honestly, I can't comment. I haven't built one.
No problem.
I've seen one, but as you say, they were lightly above their time because, say, recessed panel lining, very fine, very crisp, and all the rest of it. But I've never built one, so I can't really comment on this.
I haven't either.
No.
Next comment is post 11, which is from Ian Smith.
Hello,
Good afternoon, evening lads, all sorted guests. You know where I'm watching? Yes, as usual, at work.
Aye.
That's it.
No questions. I just wanted to wish Phil, Syd, Mel, and everyone else in the Flory Model Army and a merry and healthy Christmas. Cheers, Ian.
Cheers,
Cheers, Ian.
Happy
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
You're saying
I'm
all the
loving
good ones
this.
for me, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Go on.
This one's from Peter Field. Merry Christmas, folks. I've only been a member for a little over a year and thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. There's been an incredible amount of releases, and what's lined up for next year leaves the mind boggling. There are things being produced in kit form that I never ever thought would happen, and when I think back to the 70s, 80s and 90s and the increase in manufacturers and quality, I think we are really lucky with the choice that we have. Modelling is and should be fun, so here's looking forward to another fun-packed, enjoyable year, far more releases than I'll ever have time to build, and a fair few SIGs and group deals to focus my attention away from the few thousand more figures I'll be painting. Thanks to all and have a good one.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, as I say, there's lots due out next year. Personally, I'm going to make a massive dent in the stash. That's my plan.
Good.
So you're not going to buy anything.
I'm not going to say I'm going to buy any more, just going to make a dent in the stash. I'm buying a secondary stash.
They
A
get
new
delivered
stash.
and he's
That's
like,
been there
this
for
is
ages.
for work, this is for work. I never see them build them, they just get higher and higher. But this is the only room I'm not allowed to clean.
This is it.
So I'm not allowed to clean this room.
Otherwise,
I can't
everything would go up the
hoover, I can't do anything, so I have to avoid this one and it drives me mad.
You'd hear that sound of like bits going up the hoover.
Yeah.
Ching, ching, ching. There goes all the
It
photo
drives
etch.
me mad.
There goes all the resin bits. Ting, ting, ting.
But I'm not allowed to
That's
clean
going
it.
on the table as well.
Yeah, I've done your
I
table
did
for
say
you.
though, over the Christmas break, we're both going to gut it, aren't
Yes,
we?
we are gutting this. I'm going to redo this spray booth there. I'm going to put the aircon units in there.
I'm going
instead.
to do it and he's just going to supervise what I can and can't throw away.
Yeah, which should be basically everything. So yes. What are you doing to my
I
dogs?
don't know, but she's setting up like this.
Don't wind her up.
She's like a meerkat.
Ah, my baby.
Post 13. Oh, it had to be 13, didn't it?
Right.
Lee. Oh, Lee!
Merry Christmas, Lee.
Just wanted to wish you all a very happy Christmas.
Thank you for our gift.
Oh,
Yes,
can't watch tonight.
Oh.
I was out working, but she's always watching on repeat. Have a great show and an even better Christmas.
Ah.
Yay.
We will.
Merry Christmas, Lee and Russ, and thank you for our present.
Yeah.
I did open it, and it was absolutely lovely. I know I shouldn't have opened it, but I did.
Because she doesn't wait.
Because I can't wait, but it was lovely. Thank you.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I just have to say thank you to Rob, Dawn. Lovely job on that one. So we actually got a lovely card, which is down there somewhere.
Got all the cards there. Thank you for all the cards that we've had.
Very nice, thank you. Haribo, just in case we're getting short.
Oh wow, what's those?
Well, we're
John's going to
thinking-
find out.
Yeah, John's going to find out. So,
Oh, everyone. They look like. Can you remember him? Can you remember him? Like, we were looking at licorice.
we're assuming there's some type of. Let's got a frog on it.
Come on, John.
Go on, John.
They're like, what me?
Nice knowing you.
Opti frat.
Yes,
Opti frat.
Yeah.
Come on then.
Go on.
Is it aniseed?
Licorice.
Licorice.
Yay.
So after we get a bag of that on there, I'll be in the loo all night.
You're so charming, aren't you?
Is that one?
You
Yeah,
know licorice.
I do. I have one in a minute. Lola, you're not having anything.
No.
Right.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, see? So we want to be sponsored now by Drop.
And they're almost like a liquid jelly type thing, aren't they?
I had some
Yeah.
Sam or
Yeah.
son bought some
Ninja.
apparently Kit Kats are big in Japan.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're big in Japan.
He's got a selection of little mini Kit Kats and they're different flavours. And there's like a green tea one.
Oh, I like green tea.
And I tried a wasabi flavoured Kit Kat.
Ooh.
And it's surprisingly nice.
Wow.
It's basically a mustard flavoured Kit Kat.
Yeah, don't know how to do
Yeah,
that.
sounds great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Ooh.
good. Very nice.
No, not sounding very well, John. Thank you, Rob. These are nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is it my
Yeah.
turn?
Yeah,
It's
typical.
gonna go.
All stuck to my teeth now.
This is from Urban. Merry Christmas to all in the team, as well as the whole bunch of forum members out there. Here's something that I'm sure that Hans's cat would love, and then there's a link up.
All right.
Incredible craftsmanship on those works of art. Cheers and have a nice Haribo Christmas.
Yay.
We'll have a look at the link later.
Yeah, we can't look at
Yeah,
that.
we'll have to take a look at the link a little bit later on. But thank you, Urban.
Yeah, next week we're going to be watching Hans's cat put something together. I can't wait to see him operate an airbrush. I need to see.
That'll be great.
Post 15 is from Russell.
Oh, thank you for our gift. It was lovely.
Merry Christmas to you all. Thanks for all the great work and investments you put into flooring models on behalf of all of us this year. It really does pay dividends in quality and sheer enjoyment of all things Flory. I hope you all, read Phil especially, take time this holiday season
You
to
will.
recharge the batteries. Not those type of batteries.
I've got a list
And
ready for
spend-
him.
Yeah, that's it. You know what's going to happen. Yes, you're not modelling for a week, but actually there's a load
I've
of
got
work around
loads for him to do.
I've seen the list.
Yeah.
Fix the toilet seat.
Yeah. Put the blinds up.
Yeah.
We've got some new blinds to
Have
go
you
up.
not put them up yet?
No, he hasn't.
Well, you're supposed to do that last week.
Them over a week ago.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. No, he hasn't done it.
I'm sorry, I'll get up at 3 in the morning and do
I'll
this.
set the alarm then.
Yeah,
And spend some time with your families and loved ones. And away from plastic, although I'm not too sure how about that Syd character and his fetishes.
Ooh, sickening.
He knows me so well.
yeah, that's it.
Hope you all have a brilliant 2015, and I look forward to continuing being part of the lager and larger, sorry, not lager. It's on the and even expanding Flory family. Dom Phil. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Merry Christmas.
Oh, look at that one. Page 2 already. Nope.
He's nice.
I'll paste 2 quote 16. It's just Russell quoting Chris O'Neill's quote saying, "Good wine like the ode something myself."
Blurry myself.
Yes.
That's yours.
Okay. All right. This is from Keith. Phil Pot. Hi, Phil, Syd, and all the team. Great show as always. Keith. Phil Pot. Okay, I just can't get enough of the knowledge. My question is for Phil and the team. What is the best way of gluing gear legs and doors on after you have painted and detailed them? I am desperate for some advice as I am struggling so much with this problem at the moment. I've tried white glue and super glue, but they just don't seem to want to hold. I know that painted parts don't like glue, but I've seen Phil do it and he makes it look so easy. So what is the best way to do this? And maybe a quick tutorial might be of use to other novices like myself who have nightmares with this. Many thanks to you all and have a lovely Christmas and great New Year.
I do it's in pretty much all of my builds when you look at aircraft. So I would go back and have a look at the F-15 video, the Intruder, Tornado as well, I think I did it with. Small amount of super glue. You know, so put a splodge on your cutting mat or, you know, on a bit of something. Take it off of that, but a small amount just that holds it in place, and then go around it with a hot action glue, i.e. Tamiya extra thin, and that is what does all the work, because that will weld it all together and gives you the strength. So, I get this every week.
Yeah.
So that's how I personally do mine. Steve?
I do it the same way. Super glue, then go around with Tamiya extra thin.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you don't touch the paintwork after you put the glue on, you'll be fine.
Absolutely, yeah. Stefan?
Yes, it's the same way.
Yeah.
Tamiya thin, extra thin.
Yeah, perfect. Hans?
Yeah, the big trick is like you said, just a small touch of that super glue that just hold it in place, let that harden, and then use that Tamiya extra thin, just bite through the paint, basically bite through the paint work, and then weld it all together. That's the best trick that we can advise you on.
Yeah. The thing is, if you're using other glues, like the older glues, that aren't the hot action, the weld action ones, they don't work very well with the paint because they just sort of sit on the layers. But when you're using the weld action, they will penetrate through the paint, physically melt it, but when it dries, it all dries back perfectly. So don't panic if it all wrinkles up and looks horrible. It will go back absolutely fine. And because it's a weld action glue, it will just penetrate through all of that entire structure. So, but again, as the guys were saying, don't brush over it once it's on there because you will take the paint clean off. So literally it's a case of the glue holds the two in position, and then just touch it, let the capillary action zip round and do everything, and that'll weld it all in place. Then allow to dry, and then away you go. And that'll give you the best clean thing. And that goes the same for gear doors, fixing weapons, fuel tanks, stowage for armour, anything like that. That's how I do the lot.
Must be the same way I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John? Yeah.
Same.
No.
And me, yeah, same.
Lee?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's it.
I always do that.
Post 18 is from Hacken. Hi Phil, Syd, and the rest of the gang. Merry Christmas from a rainy Malmo, Sweden.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is that near you, Stefan?
Oh, it's down south from here. 30 miles.
You know, it's positively local.
Now, got a colour question for you.
Sorry, dog. I've got the dog here. It's not
Really?
me.
Yeah.
This one I've got blue pants. I'm not refugees.
Why isn't anybody mentioning the Humbro acrylic range and how to use them? What are they like? How do I thin them? Do they work well with an airbrush? Best holiday wishes.
To be honest with you, just don't touch them. They are the same product they made in the 70s with a nice new bottle occasionally, and they call it new formula. Stuff is the paint of Satan. It belongs in a,
It's lovely stuff.
Yeah, we love it. No, don't use it. It's better for hand painting. To put it into context, you know the free paint sets you get on model kits, the ones you don't use. It's basically that stuff. It's very,
Top quality.
It's not exactly the best you can find.
Paint by numbers.
Yeah, it's literally, you might as well use painting by numbers paint.
That's what I use.
Yeah, that's it. So it's not good. But Steve, you ever used it?
No, I don't intentionally either.
No. Stefan?
No, I tried one pot, but that's what all. It clogged the airbrush immediately.
Yeah, that's the trouble. Arms?
I don't think you can even get over here. I've never seen it, to be honest.
I think it's banned in America because it's rubbish. Yeah, it's not allowed in the country. It's not allowed in continental USA because it's such a poor product. A couple of years ago, they Humbrol as a company, which is part of the Hornby Group and all of that, isn't it? They did a great job of rebranding it and making it look like it was a new product, but it's still the awful. It's basically literally. Sorry, it's the sun. It's literally not very good. It's like emulsion. And don't put it through your airbrush because it will just clog and block and absolutely everything. So that's the trouble with that. Apart from that, it's lovely.
Okay, post 19 from Stephen McEwen. Hi gang, no question, just bringing you season greetings. Hope you all have a wonderful Crimbo and a great New Year, Steve.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So I'm just going to get stuff off my tub. Post 20 is from Michael. Merry Christmas, everybody. Question for Phil. Did the RLM 7071 camo spray just the same as the RLM 65, i.e. without blocking, on the HE 111?
Yeah, perfect. I found a little touch. The next part of that video is going to go up tomorrow as well, so you're going to get all of the colour scheme painting going down. Is just be careful when you thin it, because if you spray it neat, it's a great paint, works really, really well and covers fantastically. What I decided to do was thin it slightly for doing the top coat, because I found I was losing the pre-shading a little bit too easy underneath. But you need a bare amount of thinners into it, because it's very easy to over thin it, and then to get it back again you have to add a lot of paint. So the secret is just to put a few drops literally of thinners into it, just to thin it down enough so you don't lose your pre-shading and cover it too heavily. But needless to say, I'm a convert, and I've actually ordered the new modern US Air Force colours as well. They do the box set, it's got an F-14 on the front. I've ordered that as well.
You have her permission?
No.
I didn't even know about it.
She'll see the invoice, go through the books. So.
Yeah. She won't check the invoices and everything.
Yeah.
I like getting you into trouble.
So, yeah. But no, generally it's really nice stuff, and you see it down there. It goes down. It's got a great weathered look. You can manipulate the paint really easily as well, and it likes overcoating. It's great. It goes right over the top of each other. You don't get those big joins when you've got two layers of overlaps. I found it does tend to blend quite nicely, and away you go. So it really is nice stuff. Have any of you guys used it yet? AK Interactive Paints?
No.
No, everyone shakes their head. It's just me, is it? I'm the guinea pig. You're waiting for me to make a mess of it. Yeah.
There you go, Phil.
Yes, I have actually. I just couldn't remember who made it. Yeah, I did on a Russian tank. They use one of their modulation sets, and it's really good.
Yeah. How would you put it against Model Air?
The Model Air I use, which is very similar, I think, in my opinion, which is great stuff to work with in armor models.
Yeah, because you've used a lot of the Model Air on your new armor stuff, haven't you?
Yep, right here.
Yeah, we saw it the other day. Some cracking work. Steve, how would you rate it against Model Air?
I'd say it's a lot better. However, I have got some of the older paints that they first came out with, and that did go very grainy. And in just one bottle, I had 5 bottles of modern US Armour, and all of it's gone very grainy, and you do have to filter it. So,
yeah.
so whether I think they might have changed it since then. I don't know if they've changed who makes it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, my concern with using it was because it's a brand new paint and literally had only been out a couple of weeks. All paint's great when it's first, but when it's been sat on your shelf for a couple of years and you come to get it, it goes grainy. You know, so I'm not quite sure if it's just because it's a brand new type of paint and it's a new release, so it's new, or if it genuinely is better than Model Air. But they're very, very close. I don't think there's much between them. So yes.
Lovely. We'll be getting some of that then.
Have you?
Oh, will we?
Oh, right.
Eventually. How about you, John?
You used it, John?
No, I'm not going to say. It's awkward having the box sat in it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
John,
John,
tell us all about those kits you bought the other day again.
I home before I get home, so I don't know whether they
That's
come in
it.
the house or not.
Yeah.
They could
That is an
return.
advantage of being a postman.
I was going to say, you get,
can
yeah,
accept the packages
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, he intercepts all the packages before
Yeah.
the house.
before they get home
Yeah, that's the way to do
and
it.
hide them.
Yeah.
Unless you don't, and then I intercept one, and then you phone and you email
Yeah,
and
she's
look
done
like a
that
complaint because I intercept it and then hide it from him so he doesn't get it.
Kick it off that I'd not received it, and it was like, oh, it was sent like a week and a half ago, but I've not received it. I want my money back. She got hold of it and hidden it.
good for it.
I like that.
This one's from Rob Kingston. Can I just wish everybody a very Merry Christmas?
You can indeed.
Merry Christmas.
And next one is from Paul. Hi everyone, Merry Christmas. Just bought some micro scale foil adhesive by mistake. Could you give me an idea of its use? Also, just acquired a 135th Italeri PT boat. Looks an impressive kit. Have you thought about building one? Cheers, Paul.
Any of you guys used the old micro foil?
Yeah,
No.
you use it to stick foil down.
Say again? Yeah, use it for sticking foil.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. Give an idea of use. Yeah, to stick foil down. Yeah, to say that's all right.
Steve?
That's what he said.
See what it says on the packet. Yeah, we're all somewhat sensible. Hans, have you ever used it?
I don't have a better answer than Steve. I just covered my Christmas balls with it.
Oh! Denny,
And very nice they are too.
Stefan, I'm depending on you. Have you ever used it?
No, I'm afraid I've not used it.
Right.
So
So,
we're doing very well tonight.
no, we just do very well tonight. Yeah, I know. Nightmare. Have you two ever used it?
I've seen Mel use it for hair.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
No, it's all natural.
Yeah.
To be honest, I have 2 packs of it, bare metal foil under there, but I haven't used it. The only time I did use it was I did, well, I'll be honest with you, I made a mistake and I managed to take off some foil off the bumper of a car I was doing many years ago as commission. So I used it for doing the chrome effect for the bumper. So I plated the entire thing in the bumper and you rub it down. And it does do quite a nice effect. But generally I haven't used it in many years. But you do get guys and they'll do entire of like new metal finishes or natural metal finishes models and they look absolutely fantastic. So but yes, there we go. Come along, Dictionary Corner.
Alright, sorry. This one's post 23 from Chris Foster. Good evening all. Just wanted to say thanks for the great first 3 months with Flory Models. Happy Christmas to the team and all the members. Best wishes everyone for 2015. A couple of quick questions for the Armour God Santa Steve.
Woo!
Yeah.
He's not Santa at the moment.
Yeah.
You don't get it all off.
Yeah.
Santa baby.
I am just starting the Tamiya Tiger mid-production as my first real dabble on the dark side. Is there any issues to look out for during the build? And secondly, I have the Zimmerit PE from Edward for the kit. Any quick advice on gluing on the photo etch panels and favoured brands of glue for the purpose, which are relatively easy to obtain in the UK?
Did you get all that, Steve?
I did indeed, yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
With a Tamiya tagger, you'll have no problems. They go together really easy. For adding the PE simmerer, you should ideally use a thick super glue, because when you're putting the panels down, it gives you more time to manoeuvre them into place. But you do need to dry fit the panels first, in case there's any raised detail or anything in the way. As for which brands, I tend to use what do they call it? Vital Bond super glue. You can get it in 3 different thicknesses, and I tend to stick with the medium and the thick, just so it gives you time, obviously, to play around. And the medium is quick for putting it on. And you can easily get that in the UK. So that should hopefully help you out.
Yeah. You can get all of the Vital Bond stuff and everything through Creative Models in the UK. They do it all, and like the kicker that I use, a lot of people ask about where'd you get it from. Creative Models in the UK, they do all of that.
Okay.
I've done that kit.
Have you?
And I used mini cut to make the Zimmer.
Good.
Messy.
Yeah.
Time consuming.
Fun.
Yeah. And I thought it looked crap, to be honest, but then when we went down to Bovington, saw the Tiger and the Zimmer down there, actually it's
pretty right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is it. A lot of people see it and it's very universal. But as we've seen it down there, it's a mess.
Yeah, it's just slapped on
and rolled in.
Yeah.
And that is it. So yes, that is the secret, to make it a little bit messy. Take some chunks out of it as well.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a comment for you, Phil. P.S. Phil, I think according to Airfix website, the Shackleton is released December 2015, so a few more sleeps before that one.
Oh, I've got to wait a whole year. Oh, well, I'll put it on my 2016 build list.
Oh, the Christmas present.
Mind the dog, she's coming through.
Wow.
Post 24 is from Andy. Hi guys, no question for me tonight. Just want to wish you all at Flory Models and all the members a happy Christmas, and thank you all for making this such a fantastic place. You're welcome, Andy.
Very much
Merry
welcome.
Christmas, Andy.
Okay. Why am I getting all the questions that I have no idea what I'm talking about? This one's from Dennis. Hello everyone and Merry Christmas. Phil, after having tried the AK interactive colours on the tank and on the Heinkel, would you recommend them over Vallejo? That sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
Vallejo.
Vallejo.
Double L's H. isn't it, Spanish?
Vallejo.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, we just say Vallejo.
Okay.
That's good. We got
She's doing well.
do great job.
I was looking for the AK US modern aircraft camouflage sets, but this set does not include gunship grey. So much for trying to do an F-16 or a Strike Eagle. This is now becoming really confusing, as Ammo of MiG also does camouflage sets, and the Ammo USAF modern aircraft camouflage set does include gunship grey, but they do not have any Luftwaffe sets. Does anybody know the difference between the AK and the ammo paints?
According to them, they are completely separate, nothing to do with each other. But I can't imagine there's that many places that manufacture acrylic paint for modelling in Spain, and they both come out of Spain. So I'm assuming, you know, it might be like the old Trumpeter and Hobby Boss deal, where it's one of the same, just separate names on companies and things. I have to say, obviously, I've only used the AK Interactive paint on here. As I said, I have ordered up the modern one, and I wasn't aware it didn't have gunship grey in it, which is a bit of a nightmare. You have got other options for that if you didn't want to go that way, because obviously Tamiya, was it XF24's gunship grey? It's quite a nice version. But yeah, it's a shame they don't. What I'll have to do in the new year is get hold of some of MiG stuff and see how that compares with the two. Perhaps it'll be our next on test. We'll put Vallejo, AKs, and MiG together, and we'll do an on test and just see what the difference is. Because the thing is, if there's no real difference, then you might as well say, well, look, I'll get the set of AK stuff because it's got all the ones I need, and then just augment individual colours with the other ones of other people's. Oh, and also it depends on how the price break works out. I don't know what the pricing is on, do we? Anyone know? No. So, anyone use the MiG stuff yet?
No.
No, I've just ordered some actually to use. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Aren't you ordered any?
I haven't ordered it yet. It just came into our local hobby store last weekend, so I might pick up some and just give it a test.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. Yeah. Stefan, you used any of theirs?
No, I've not used any of them.
No. It's
I did have the Russian Modern Armours colours mysteriously turn up on the doorstep.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't
Oh,
used
you got them then, did you, John?
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
It's amazing what mysteriously turns up in our house. Like, you go up the court for a loaf of bread, and 4 Guinnesses they give free with loaf of bread up in court.
Really? I'm going to have to come up
Yeah.
with your
Wow.
shop.
That's
That's
a lot.
amazing. I must admit, our shop gives out bottles of red wine as well when I go
Yeah.
to milk.
Yeah. But no, I have got their Russian
Mhm.
armour set, and I haven't tried it yet.
I'll try it yet. I'll get some in the new year. I'll get all 3 range in a couple of the colours, and we'll do a full-on test for an entire segment, if you like, of our program, and we'll put them through their paces and see what we get.
Okay. Yeah, as I'm switching over from enamels to acrylics, this size cameo and guns. Do you think it seems to be worth getting either AK or ammo, or should I go for the
As I say, give us a couple of weeks and I'll get an on test done. I'll get hold of some of the big stuff in and we'll put them all up against each other. But at the moment, literally from using the AK stuff to the normal Vallejo stuff, there isn't a massive difference. There is something different about the AK stuff, but I'm more convinced these days that it's actually something to do with it being a brand new paint and not that something's been kicking around the warehouse for a couple of years. Would be my take.
Viva Nisa.
It's not that. It's my other. The other.
Is your other dog?
I did say my
You meant to say it on the cover. Yes.
It's the other lady in my life I was going to
Oh,
say.
yes. Well,
Oh,
you
no.
got brought back, Mr. F.
Oh. I'm being bullied tonight. It's usually bad enough with Syd. We're that number completely now.
Post 26 is from Neil. Guys, what do you do with your old models that you no longer have room for?
Okay, we're going to ask Stefan first. What do you do with your old models you don't have any room for?
They are down in my basement right now. Very sad, but true.
Okay, Hans?
I actually store them at my local hobby shop.
Listen, these are all on display. He's got all this on display at Philbox. Steve?
I've got loads of my storage space next door. Lots of them have had chunks knocked off them. So I've actually run out of display space now. So I'm going to sort that out in the new year.
Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? Guys?
I was going to say I don't complete enough to have that problem.
Okay, so where did you store all your half-built ones?
Right, yeah, lots of insulation.
I've got a nice big cupboard for mine.
That's it.
What about you?
Well, as I said, this is all my commissions beforehand, that's literally it. Although I am technically now out of space. So can I put them in the lounge?
No, you cannot. This is your room and that's it.
That's it now. Can't get any further.
Quick carryover question from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You stop trying to bite my finger.
Sorry, Sid.
Will you stop doing that to me?
Sid, you were talking about wanting to do the 1950s and 1960s jets. Was I? I don't remember that.
I don't remember what you did after.
Well, I know.
Yeah, you are now.
Hobbycraft are doing the Sea Vixen now, right?
Yeah.
I've already got the Sea Vixen. Hobbycraft are doing the Sea Vixen for £25 online, a good £10 cheaper than eBay, etc. I'm lucky enough. I don't know. I was lucky enough. I bought it when it first came out, so it's probably a lot more expensive back then.
Probably. Yeah.
But hey ho. I think the liqueur drops. You got licorice. I think the licorice drops. You you got might be for the dog.
Oh,
It tastes nice, eh?
yeah, we went wrong.
P.S. The daylight lamps mentioned last week can be found here. They put up a link. P.P.S. Phil, did you get the PM about the review? And that's from Neil Smiley.
Review.
Yeah.
Just putting him on the spot.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
I like that.
Can you pass us my phone?
Oh.
I don't know, that's the point. It may have been dropped in. Sorry, talk about yourselves, I'll be right back.
Yeah. We wish you a
Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas
And a Happy New Year.
Oh, humbug.
Come on.
What are you?
Right, alright, takes time.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
Now we're all hooked into the Wi-Fi on here, it'll play it all up. Come on.
That's right. I was just waiting to see if Hans got his balls out for his jingle bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells,
Jingle all the
Yay!
way.
Oh,
Who was it? Who was it?
Neil Smiley.
What, the time show, live show time code?
That was a review, wasn't it?
Yeah, so did you get the PM about the review?
Oh,
Question mark.
no, it doesn't look like I did.
Ah.
So that's where we're going wrong here. I've got one about time codes, which is starred, which means I've got to get back to you about it. Which obviously I haven't done that yet. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I haven't. That's the point. I haven't. Send it again. Doesn't look like I've got it in there. I've got the one about your time codes though, and I'll get back to you about that tomorrow.
Over to you, young lady.
Okay, this is one from Barry White. Good evening, everyone, and a Merry Christmas to all.
Oh wait, I've got to let the dog out.
Oh,
We've run
okay.
out of staff
All right,
to do it. Come on, though.
I'll wait till he comes back then.
What?
Didn't Barry come to the...
No, keep going.
Yes,
Me.
Barry did.
Barry did,
He was
yes.
That's right. Hello,
Keep going.
Barry.
Phil, one question tonight. Are you going to paint the World War I figures that came with the Tamiya World War I tank? I think they would look great on the base for the tank. I've really enjoyed my first 4 months as a member, so thanks very much to everyone.
Good.
Barry.
And I did ask him this, and he is considering it.
No,
So-
in other words.
Yeah, probably.
Why not?
He should do.
Why doesn't he do figures?
I think he's going to wait until I think one of the members is coming down to help
That's little,
Ben, isn't it?
yeah.
Ben's going to come down and help,
Oh,
Actually,
and hopefully.
Little
built in
Ben.
those lovely
Yes.
figures, didn't
That's
they?
right.
Like
That's
Yeah,
telescopes.
yeah.
I
Okay.
have thought about getting Phil one of those nice resin figures, actually.
Is she back in again?
Yeah, I've left the door open. So she can come and go if she likes now. Sorry about that.
So,
Yeah.
you want to know
Right.
whether you're going to build the figures to go with your World War I tank.
I might do. Have you told them the story?
Yeah, we told him no.
We said no, yeah.
Alright, no. No,
We said that you might wait until Ben comes.
I was
down
going
and
to
help
say, I've got Ben coming down for the weekend, so for a few days anyway. He's going to be on the live show, so he can talk me through it. So as I'm filming him, I'm going to be doing it.
you. Okay.
So that's it.
I'll tell you what. I'll do the film when you two can do
Yeah,
the
all right.
painting.
You come over, you
We'll
can film
need
this.
something a bit better than your Trago Mills paintbrushes, though.
There's nothing wrong with those Trago Mills paintbrushes. They're quality items. They lose the odd hair.
So I try and do it with his airbrush.
Yeah. Okay, do the eyes. Ooh, 2 eyes. You're right.
That was a big one.
Oh, go on.
Right. This is post 28. This is from Jake. Or is it Jack?
Jake.
Jake.
Right.
See, I always get those two the wrong way around. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. I posted this last week, and they said you'd move the questions over, but you haven't. Oh well, no
Can't get the
worries.
staff. Sid's fault.
Disgraceful.
He was too busy in hair and makeup.
I was. I think I've done rather well. Apart from this bit that keeps dangling and cuts my neck. Oh, and another bit now. You said last week about how Valero polyurethane primer takes too long to dry, or it rose up too much when sanded. If you coat the primer after it's dry, to the touch in future, then it, for some reason, makes it sandable as soon as the future is dry. Try it, it really works. It cuts the drying time by many hours.
Now hold on, we tried this on the live show. I'm not, because I got accused of getting it wrong last night, because that's what I did last time, and then I mixed it, and it just didn't work brilliantly, did it? Because I did it on a live show we did here, and I did it both ways in the end, and it wasn't brilliant both ways, if we're honest. It's not like using something else and just, and away you go. So from my point of view, it may work for you and brilliant. So, but for me, I couldn't get it to work.
Anybody else tried it?
Yeah, any of the guys tried it? Steve?
No. No.
No. Stefan?
No.
Oh, I use it straight.
Yeah, just let it dry over time, yeah?
I build so slow, so it's not problem for me.
Well, we don't
No, I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet. I have to give it a go.
But you don't use it anyway, do you? You use Tamiya.
Yeah, most of the time I just use Tamiya. It goes on quick, easy, simple, dries real quick. Within an hour or so, you're ready to go.
Yeah, that's it.
Thing is, though, with a primer, the idea of that is to give something for the top layers of paint to adhere to. If you're going to put a gloss like Future over it, surely that defeats.
Well, yeah, theoretically, yeah. Don't know. Yeah, you've got a good point there. See? Not often
I
I
just
say
use
that.
it. Does the Tamiya spray? Yeah,
What, the white one?
there's
No, I was going to say, is
right
that yours
on the
both ways?
surface, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
My question is, as a new modeler, what is your recommendation for a great few kits to buy and do? I have a problem losing interest and them being too hard for me. Any ideas? I'm amazed at how little there is online about this, considering there are many modeling forums. I can't find anything. I just bought 3 Tamiya 48 P51s upon recommendation from some guys on the forum. What other specific models do you guys suggest? Preferably 48, please.
Well, wherever whiz around the world. So, Hans, starting with you, what would you recommend?
I would say 48 scale Tamiya P47. That's an easy kit to build. Goes together real well. Fits good. Great paint schemes available.
Yeah, I would agree. Stefan?
Yes, I would say something from Tamiya.
Yeah, most of the Tamiya range. Apart from the Sea Harrier, don't touch that. Don't go near the Sea Harrier. Steve?
A lot of the more recent releases by Airfix, can't go wrong with them. Some of the Trumpeter and Hobby Boss kits go together quite well. You get, kind of a basic looking aircraft, your World War II, 50s, 60s stuff should be okay with.
Yeah, no, I agree. As you say, like Steve was saying, a lot of the newer Airfix ones, if you want to go World War II, their new Spitfires, the 109s, you've got the Seafire, beautiful kits, go together, really straightforward, and you can get on with the paintwork and what I call the nicer things very, very quickly. But as you say, other kits, anything from Tamiya, apart from the Thunderbolt A10, don't touch that one, because that's a raised panel line, old kit. Shape's great, rest of it's horrible. The Sea Harrier is sections aircraft. And then, apart from that, other manufacturers, as you say, some of them aren't too bad. Like you were saying, some of the Hobby Boss stuff, especially, pretty straightforward, goes together surprisingly well. And a lot of the newer kits that are out there that are better CAD designed, they're pretty good. Right the way down to some of the old school stuff we were saying, like 148 scale Haskell Phantoms, they go together. Piece of cake, really, really nice. So yeah, anything like that.
Okie dokie. Another quick question: What is your opinion on Italeri? I have a couple of decent kits from them, and then some are downright awful, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Are they too unpredictable?
I'll kick off. Italeri, it's, as I say, it depends the kits you go for. They do a lot of reboxing as well, you have to think. They do a lot of reboxing of all kinetic range. So things like, just trying to think which ones they've done.
My Halo
they've done F-16s, that's the kinetic ones. Weren't the best ones to start off with. They did the Hawkeye as well, that's a rebox. And they do a little bit of that work. Some of their older kits are quite basic. They did a lot of the Mirage, obviously the French things, you can imagine. And they were basic, but you could make something out of them. Other stuff is like really old reboxes. I've got the Osprey there, which as we know is a very old kit, and it's just a rebox. It hasn't even got the new bits on it, so and that's it really.
That was a really nice buy, that was.
Well, I have to. I was being nice.
I'm going to let you build that.
That's because nobody else would buy anything when we're in there, and I felt guilty because he opened the place for so long. I bought some patches and bits and pieces, and I thought, they've sat here for an hour waiting for us, keeping the place open, so I better buy something. So, you know.
Save me buying it, because I was going to buy it.
I'll take you to the shoe shop next time, just before closing.
And then
they might keep it open.
Oh, alright then. What's that? It dropped.
That's the thing, Phil. You waste your money. So
oh, is that what the story is?
I want you to read it because he sent it 3 times now.
Oh, right, okay, well, we can't. You have to read it. Right, Hans? Italian?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Phil. It's quite a bit of hit and miss in the Italian range.
Yeah. Steve?
I don't usually build any Italian stuff, so...
Yeah. I suppose being armour, they don't actually have an armour range.
Well, I think they do, but it's not something I've come across.
Yeah. Yeah, you might. Do you want to check? It's alright, the dog's gone missing. Yeah, Stefan, you ever done anything with the Tallery?
No, not recently, but I think Hans said it's a hit and miss with them.
Yeah. So there we go. General consensus opinion. Do your homework first.
My F-16 is a artillery.
What, the Night Falcon?
My Night Falcon.
Does it all really then? So that means it's a miss.
And I've started building it.
Yeah, before there's any SIGs or group builds. He's just gone on, blazed his own trail. To hell with everybody else. Here comes the Night Falcon.
My path.
That's it. I'm going to strap it. I'm just going to gaffer tape the torch to it. We'll have it in flight.
I was going to bring
it of a mag light.
I was going to bring it tonight, but I knew full well that you'd probably do something stupid with it, so I left it at home.
This is good. Yeah, let us get hold of it. You just go out for a drink and we'll take care of it.
At the bottom of that, it's also opinion on the AK primers. I've heard that you either love it or you hate it. It's just like Marmite.
Love it.
I love it too.
I do.
Yeah, hate it.
Thanks and Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Next post is 29, which is Kevin Smith.
Oh,
somebody's been watering the garden.
Close, isn't it?
yeah.
Off your watering can.
I think the dog's had the watering can.
Please, if you don't mind, thanks, Lynn.
Yeah, thank you, Lola.
Bless
her. 6 months old.
There goes the tail.
I knew this would go well.
Post 29 is from Kevin Smith. Hi everyone, wishing you all a fabulous evening. I like it off my subscribing to Flory models. Low point of my year, the Flory effect. However, my blood sugars are through the roof.
Yeah, we're working on diabetes for next year.
A wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. Look forward to seeing you all at Huddersfield.
Right, calm down. Calm down. Sit down.
Mike Winter, post 30. Hiya fellas, all the best and all the best to you and your families for the festive season. My question tonight is, if you don't cook the Christmas dinner, do you do the washing up? All the best, guys. Merry Christmas, one and all.
Go on, you say it.
He actually does cook the Christmas dinner.
Not only am I a master modeler, I actually do the Christmas dinner as well.
The one time a year he cooks, he
Yes,
does, don't you?
I do it all. I even wash up.
Well, the dishwasher does.
Well, the dishwasher. I put it in the
Yeah,
dishwasher.
alright.
However, the takeaway does open on Christmas Day. Right, you want to do your in the picture
Oh,
thing?
right.
for
What
this
page are
one?
we on? Because I'm
We're on
nowhere near
page
any of
3.
Right, hold on.
Post, the first post, which is from Ian. After you.
Scary
That's the
man.
one.
This one. Right, okay.
Okay. Good evening all. Merry Christmas to the team and all the forum members. Thanks for the metal finish piece in the previous week's news show. I was wondering, do you think each type is a good representation of the metal it is supposed to be? I.e. steel looks like steel, or are they just different shades of silver? Blimey, that's difficult to say. A quick thanks to Hans for the Mr. Hobby Paint Guide. I tried overspray of the leveling thinner. I was surprised on how much of the gloss look this gave. I'm wondering, does this give enough of a barrier to the paint to be able to weather over it without any varnish? In the last live show, it was mentioned about the MIG Ammo washable paint. I now have my white and dust to try on my Buster. Very impressed with the white, just need a damp, soft brush to move it around, even 24 hours later. And will be great for my T34 winter camo when I build it.
Very good. What's the picture for?
Then.
You got me here. What's the picture for? Yeah, I want to get hold of some of that stuff. Steve, have you played with it anymore?
No, I've yet to try it. It does look good stuff though.
Yeah, I must admit, we watched a thing on the YouTube about it, showing the different techniques, and you know, I preferred the chipping one if I'm honest. But yeah, why am I here?
I'm assuming perhaps that's his Buster,
Oh right, okay.
and he's obviously done his testing.
Oh, is this the washable?
yeah,
one?
that's the dust. He's saying
right.
that the dust looks quite good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it does look very good.
Oh, it says, unfortunately, the dust wasn't as impressive. Sorry. Well, at least the colour is fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a good dusty colour, I suppose, if you're removing that around and all the rest of it. So yes, washable paints. Does that mean it's some type of wash?
It was apparently, wasn't
Was it? Nice.
it? So Steve said last week,
Yeah, Steve said
because he was the Google expert last week, wasn't he?
this was it. He
Yeah.
was finding out all about it. All down there. So, but yes. Well, what we'll have to do again is something for next year. We'll get some in, have a play, see how we get on with it all.
Indeed. Post 32 is from Graham. It's only 4 posts, so he's a newer member.
Welcome,
So,
welcome.
welcome, Graham. Merry Christmas evening, all. Loving your Xmas pops and shows. Just about to start a 48th Tamiya Mark 6 Decal Mosquito.
De Havilland.
That's the one. Any good tips on this nice looking kit? Loving your work.
Is it Tamiya one, was it? Yeah. The Tamiya Mozzie is lovely. Both myself and Hans have built this one, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, I
Hans
did.
in Airfix Modelling World magazine issue, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was one of the earlier magazines. Definitely a very good kit. Fits excellent. Very fun kit to build. Very quick. Nice results. Let me see if I can grab it.
Yeah. It's so we'll come back. It's I say I've got mine down there in the PR. I did the recon version. The recon aircraft or something. So I did it, and it is
Before my
kit.
time.
Before your time. Honestly, did you do it?
Before my time as well.
So it was obviously an older group build.
Back at
He's
the-
back.
2008. Oh yeah, sorry mate. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. Very nice. Yeah, no, it's a very nice one. That. I say the photo build is up on the site for that one as well. So if any guys want to see how that one was done, because I think we're out of production now with thingy.
Oh,
So, hey, Stefan, have you done a Mosquito?
No, not yet.
No, see, one to do.
one on the list.
Yeah, Steve. Ever
No,
done?
I haven't done the Tammy one, no.
No. Okay, it's just me and Hans on that one then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Didn't Steve do the big 424 scale?
I did the 24th scale one, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Steve will go home.
Yeah.
So, Steve did the huge monster 124. Again, the full video build is up on the site for that one as well. So, very nice one that was.
Lovely.
I see the new one that they're bringing out, which is the new version, which they're saying is nukeable. I doubt it. It's going to retail at 135 quid. So, getting expensive now, isn't it?
You're not for a clinic.
Yeah, but we would. Yeah.
But all his kits.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You could do worse. You could have like Zucamori, 250 quid. I don't buy them. Well, I did once, but I've soon sold it. Why didn't I get it price?
And I could actually do some shoes.
Oh, why did you just say that out loud a bit more so you heard that? You numpty.
It's alright, I spoke quick so you didn't understand it.
Still with Graham. My little 7-year-old is starting his first Rebel 72nd Spitfire as well.
Bless.
I'm moving from brush painting to air. Any good tips? Loving your work. Has put the fire back in my belly for modelling again, joining your site. Lost my mojo, but now it's back. As I said, loving the show and site as a new member. Merry Christmas to all. Regards, Grail.
Merry Christmas. To be honest, best thing to do is watch all the videos we've got on basic airbrushing in the tutorial section. Go tutorials, then airbrushing. There's loads of videos in there, and I redid them all at the beginning of the year. So they're all new ones in there as well. And I intend to add a few more bits and pieces to that as well next year to upgrade a few little areas which I think are a little bit weak. But generally, that'll give you a good answer to using your airbrush, cleaning it out, basically getting you from unpacking it to getting paint down really, really quickly. And all the basic little tips and tricks which both of these guys have done. The same type of thing as well that we do for the actual teacher ones that we have here when we do the courses. So.
There you go, mate.
That's it.
And we want to see pictures as well of his Spitfire when they're done.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, make sure you get pictures up. We love seeing all the new stuff.
Indeed. Especially from the little ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Sweet, isn't it? It's a good thing to get them in.
No, that's
That
sweet.
age,
That's
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's a sweet.
Thanks.
You want sweet?
No, thank you, I'm good. Post 33 from Craig. Merry Christmas to all the Flory crew. Unfortunately, I cannot watch the show live tonight as I'm getting dragged out, kicking and screaming to drink 1 or 2 beers. But I will be there in spirit, or I may just be drinking spirits. Anyway, as a newbie to the Flory family this year, we'd just like to thank everyone there and all their members on the forum for all their help and advice. Hope you have a blast this Christmas and a great New Year. All the best, Craig.
We
Well
will.
done, Craig.
And,
Hope not too drunk.
Yeah.
Or hungover if you're watching this afterwards.
Yeah. I'm good with
If you're hungover, Merry Christmas!
Shabba.
You've just blown Steve's ears off.
Bloody hell.
Oh.
Bless you. Ours is the same, yeah. Look. Yeah, his hair was flat before you said that.
Love you, Steve. Next one, post 34, is from Stephen. Hi to all at Flory, and Merry Christmas to all. Can you help me out with colours in Bolero or Tamiya for the 148 C130 Hercules? Wanted to do 30 Squadron, Rise Norton colours, i.e. green. The call out says flat green and flat dark green. What would be the best paint to use as my first plane?
Flat green over flat green. Isn't it grey? Is it going for that one?
Flat green.
Because all the modern ones are
and
barley,
flat dark.
and then they do the special ones, which are green, aren't they? I'm not aware of that actual scheme as we're saying it.
I thought so was green over grey, yeah?
Because the early ones were green over grey wraparound, then they did the one with the very light coloured belly, then they switched to barley, and then the special forces ones went green, didn't they? They're in that weird green colour for low level work. But I'm not aware of the green with green.
Okay.
So perhaps some of the guys in the forum can jump on it and we'll have a look later on at it to try and find the answer on that one.
There you go. It's also about I make more armour kits. The bits you did on the metal paints was just great. And Syd, try a look at Mig's weathering mag on water. You may like. Well, thanks and Merry Christmas to all members. Thanks, Steve. So I'll have to have a look
Merry
at
Christmas.
that
Yeah, they're just nice water effects.
then. Mig's weathering. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the news.
Yeah.
Over to you, young lady.
This one's from Brian. Merry Christmas, guys. I feel like an idiot for asking this one, but I've recently started modelling 1/35 figures And as you know, keeping your brushes in perfect shape are a must for painting figures. What is the best way to clean small brushes size 0 and smaller to keep them from losing their shape? 99% of the time I'm using acrylics.
And we got told off it's not spit and polish.
I've got a tub of Winsor & Newton brush soap.
Windsor and Newton brush soap.
I've got their Series 7 sable brushes.
Oh, Series 7 brushes. Humble multi-pack not good enough for you then. Wow, that's very smart.
How did you smuggle that out?
Yeah,
So I've got a tub of their brush soap, and after you finish using it, just wash it out with that. And it does get every little last bit of crud out of it.
Wow. And
Nice fine point on the brushes when you're finished.
very good.
Okay.
See, that's what you need to do. We
We're
don't.
going wrong.
No. Hans, brush care.
No, I was just wondering how he smuggled those brushes into the house.
This is true, Lynn. Have
He
you seen
smuggles
this
all
before?
sorts of things into the house without me knowing.
Including
It's
the
not hard, I
lady
can ask the stick.
Have you seen her? Yeah, so Hans, do you do any brush care, or are you just a case of, a bit of thinners, wipe it on a cloth and you're done?
Yeah, pretty much what you're saying. I'm not the best brush painter around. If I can avoid it, I will.
That's my thing to it as well, yeah. Stefan, do you do any brush care?
No, not really. I clean them in cellulose thinners and that's it.
That's it. So no conditioning then.
Same for me.
Yeah, Steve?
I'm with John. Besides, find that if you buy cheap brushes, especially fine ones, they just lose the point and the shape straight away. They just don't last. Where if you spend, well, I've got Winsor & Newton set Series 7, and they start about £7 a brush.
The brush? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've been using.
The full set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
20.
there's 30 in the set.
Do you know how much food that would fit in our children's mouths?
See,
The
domestic.
thing is, though, they are cut. If you work out, I've had it for about 3 years, then brush, and it's still got perfect shape. Where cheap ones you just buy them continuously. Every 6 months you need a new one. So.
Yeah, we'll have to cut to someone else whilst Lynn kills John.
John, you didn't get the large one that cost £300, did you?
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 lots.
I get what you pay for.
Oh.
No, I've just got 4. I've got
Spare shirt.
I've got treble 0, double 0, 0, and a 1.
On brushes.
28 quid.
28 quid on brushes.
Oh, and he's got the soap
And
set.
he's got the soap.
Cleans it. How
How
much
much
is
is
that?
that?
I don't know, it was years ago I bought it.
Steve, how much is the cleaning set?
It's only about, I don't know, about £5. But the brushes will last him good 5, 6 years.
It says they will last him forever.
That's him, Jeremy Kyle.
You get what you pay for, Steve.
I'll remind you that when I want new shoes, boots, and handbag.
No.
Finish, John, your brushes will outlast a pair of shoes.
Definitely, they're out last, the pair of shoes. So next week we'll be at John's funeral. Coming from the graveside.
Have you got a spare room, Steve?
Yeah.
John's going to die in his sleep tonight. On paintbrushes. Right, moving on. Moving away from paintbrushes, yeah.
Whose turn is this?
Yours.
Was it? This one's from David Smith. Hi gang, no questions tonight. Just wanted to say thanks for a great year of news, stories, advice and laughs. Keep up the good work. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from across the pond from Phil and Mel, all the team members and all you out there in Flory land.
Happy
Bless.
Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Oh, this one's green.
You're getting through them, aren't you?
But this is for research. So now we're on to
Is it?
Newton's
I could do
discovery.
with dipping, really,
It could
didn't
do,
it?
yeah.
To be honest.
So, so we're working our way through on the test tonight.
That's a bit more acid.
But this one's definitely
It's
green
not
with
good looking,
bits.
is it?
It looks like a sample.
Are you
It does.
pregnant? Are you pregnant?
The next one is post 37 from Jurgen. Hi everybody, and a Merry Christmas to all of you.
Sorry.
You said it was a bit of wheat.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, it's close. It's a bit weak, this one. There's not much to it.
Oh, what a year. I re-entered modelling in April and learned many, many things since I joined Flory Models. Massive thank you to Phil for doing such a great job sharing your knowledge and experience with us. Also, great thanks to the entire Flory Models team, and not to forget the kind and helpful members here in the forum.
Absolutely.
I have a few questions to Steve and Hans.
Boys?
Number one, I'm playing with the thought to buy the Scud kit. The trumpeter kit is already released, and there will be one from Meng. Which one do you recommend, and will the Meng around... No. And will the Meng... something... Oh, will the Meng be around the same price as the trumpeter kit?
Doubt it. I bet the main ones are more expensive. Boys,
Probably.
what do you reckon? Hans?
I would think the Meng is going to be a lot more expensive than a trumpeter kit. They had a special pricing. Peter Field did a great build in the Cold War SIG. Have them take a look at that. It's all what you want. I think the Meng kit will probably have a lot more detail with it, but again, it's hard to tell right now.
Absolutely. Steve?
I don't know what the price will be, but after looking at the trumpeter, what I've seen of it compared to the Meg, I'd go for the Meng kit. I think the detail's better, and Meng kits are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt that really.
If you're going to put trumpeter up against Meng, it's not going to work. Yeah, Meng really a sharp, pin sharp, and I must admit, I've only seen the CAD work from the Meng kit. And it does look very good, but I do believe it's going to come at a price. I'll have to have a word with my new friend.
Oh, you've got new friends?
Got a new friend, yeah.
Oh.
So,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, steady.
So,
You've only got a few others.
Yeah.
So.
Not a lot, have they?
no, just a few thousand.
Question 2. I want to enter the AFB Sherman SIG next year. What do you think about the Edard ProFit pack, or is it better to choose Tamiya or Academy?
Steve, you're probably more in your armour thing.
Yeah, I'd go for the Profi pack because I believe it's the old Tasker kit Sherman, and they're regarded as the best, most accurate Shermans out there. And I think Phil's reviewing one or reviewed it, so I'd go for that one every time.
Yes, I must admit, I haven't actually done the review yet. That's why we can't give away his prizes. Because they're all going to have to be opened up and resealed again. So I can do a review for them. But from everybody who was here on Sunday for the Geek Meet we did here, they all saw it and everything else and said it's a cracking kit. It is the old Tasker kit, which apparently is the best Sherman you can get. Bar none. So, and obviously Edard have done theirs, and I believe they actually haven't done anything to this one. I can get in it and have a quick shindy. I don't think there's actually, all they've done is rebox it with their decals, because I'm led to believe the photo etch that was in here was what came with it anyway. Oh no, it does say Edard on it, so you do get a bit of photo etch, so I'm not sure if that was in the original one or not, but it does come with some cracking markings for different things, for different Shermans in there. But what I'll do is I'll get this one reviewed over the Xmas break, and obviously we'll get it up as soon as we've done it. But yes, that is the ones we're looking at, but that is apparently your definitive Sherman in 35th scale to go for.
Okay.
Because the Tamiya one that's down behind you,
Yeah.
is the same Tasker one as well,
Okay.
and it uses the same chassis, just got the different bits on it.
I'm not going to get upset then, because I was going to say I've ordered one of those.
Oh right, well you'll be all right. So it's a good thing. So yes, I would definitely go for one. Very nice.
Enjoying the live shows, even when watching on a replay. Keep up the good work and all the best for 2015.
Will do.
Owen.
Owen. Okay, this one's from Owen. Happy Christmas and New Year to all the gang. I'll be having a few ales tonight while watching the show and trying to spray live colour acrylics on my BF 110 for the night fighter sig. I hope Santa is good to you all and find plenty of kits under the tree. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
And good luck. Yeah, with the light colours.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm definitely not having any kits this Christmas.
Are you not?
No.
Why not?
Because you'd always buy me the wrong ones. So it's better like
And always Phil. Phil's definitely not having any kits.
Why?
No kits ready for you wrapped up.
You bought a kit last year.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the Batmobile last year.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but that's... See how to open it?
Yeah, what a global present.
Well then.
Owen always also said in answer to Brian's question about the brushes and the cleaner, try the Masters brush cleaner. It comes in a round tube and is found in art shops. It's like soap and has conditioner in it. It's excellent stuff.
Oh, yeah, Head and Shoulders then.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
Yeah, Head and Shoulders has got conditioner in it.
That's going to be cheaper as well, isn't it?
Might be a Pantene, we're
Bad.
Urban's quoted Jürgen's previous question as well about the Sherman. He's put light as long as it's the Tasker one, which is rebranded. Yes, there's no better Sherman out there in 35th than the Tasker one. The Edard Profile Pack is indeed the same one, but it's reboxed, new decals and photo etch. That's a really good choice. Tamiya have reboxed 2 of the Tasker's Shermans this summer, together with figures of their own. And obviously they're listed. A lot for the money as you get the British soldiers on patrol, 6 figures. With the Firefly and 4 American figures that Tamiya have released earlier with the jumbo kits, as well as the first restored kit which is the M4A3E8 Easy 8, which is the kit that
John
lovely
John
John about to show.
There we go.
Ta-da!
Which is that kit.
There's other Shermans out there, but none that even come close to the Tasker one. Not even the DML comes close. If you do go for a Tasker box-in, there's quite a lot of versions to choose from. Just look at this collection at Scalemates. Happy building, mate.
Absolutely. See, there we go. Sherman's all sorted. Apart from its multi-part hull, so it's got the hull together. But yes. Sorted.
I've had fun building that one.
I must admit, I've been getting into the Russian armour. Quite liking the Russian armour, especially a lot of new stuff trumpeter planning to bring out.
Yeah, well, Hans is into that in a big way, aren't you? Hans has got loads of the Russian stuff on the go at the moment, armour.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's starting to pique my interest quite a bit. They're fun, you know. Trumpeter is definitely kicking out all sorts of new kits and new models, so good stuff for sure.
Very good. Right, next.
This one's from John Kenwood. Hi, all. No questions. Just want to wish all the Flory models and the team and all the members a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas!
It's totally the other way around. I'm getting all the wrong ones. In the questions. This one is from Steve, which is his only 4th post, so I'm assuming that reasonably new to the forum. Merry Christmas from the States. I am now addicted to the live show and all of your other content. I typically have to watch the replay later Tuesday nights. Thanks for making this hobby so much fun. My question is, what size are the stainless steel nuts you are using in the model air bottles? I haven't found the right size that you can get gently forced in so it doesn't get caught in the nozzle. Thanks for the response. Happy holidays, Steve.
Yes, Phil. What size are your nuts?
Yes.
My nuts.
What are your sizes?
Extra small?
I think you said they were.
Thank you. I'm just waiting for that. We've got someone posted the question deliberately. I'm just trying to see what if I can read them on the side, but they're a bit small. Is
They're M5, Phil.
Hey,
They're M5.
I'm pretty sure they're M5.
Yeah.
Not because it's on M5.
But yeah, they're this big. But yeah, it's. Yeah, all right, thank you. Yeah. So they're less than obviously a centimetre overall diameter. So I'm assuming they must be something like an M5 nut. But the great thing is that they fit down when you take the top off. They drop in easy, but they won't go in the top part of the cap because it's too small. So it just sits up there. So it doesn't get down to the business end where the actual nozzle bit is, and obviously to be able to block it. And that's why I use that size. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're M5s.
Just make sure you get like the marine grade, the stainless.
Yeah, you want normally stainless steel or marine grade bolts as they do it. That's the ones to go with, and that way they won't rust, they won't contaminate your washes or your bottles of paint you've got them in or anything else. But I need to buy some more now because I'm getting low. We're down to probably I've only got about 10 or 15.
Got a lot of nuts, eh?
Lots of nuts in my pocket.
Just bragging now.
So, Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, I'm just wondering, how small are those nuts again?
I need a pair of those.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah. It's pecans, Phil.
Oh, is it?
Oh, I'm so hard done by as anyone
Yeah.
can
Make a change. Right, I'll let you read the next question.
What's Tam's in anyway?
She's at home looking after
Yeah.
the doggy.
tell. Oh.
Only Christmas present.
Oh, can
Do
I?
you want me to read this one then?
Yeah.
Or do you want the
No,
next?
no.
It's a BMX.
Read it at the same
Okay.
time.
Post 23 from Peter Field. Jurgen, I can't see men's Scud coming under £100. The trumpeter Scud has just appeared over here at 95. I bought both mine from China. First one in the Cold War SIG at about £63 delivered, and second only arrived a few days ago and was about £60 including delivery. But Trumpeter has done a special 25 anniversary price for this. From looking at Meng's kit, I think it would be at least 120.
Yeah, that is the thing.
I was eyeing up that actually because I thought that'd be quite nice, that main Scud. But I guess after tonight there's absolutely
No.
What a
no chance of
Enter
me
the
ever getting
raffle.
that.
Enter the raffle.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Do you remember that free raffle?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
free
yeah.
raffle.
The free
Yeah.
raffle you can enter online.
Those raffles are awesome.
Yeah.
Right, okay, here we go.
This is from Syd to Phil.
Oh, look.
Yay!
What's a big one?
Wow!
So the
Well,
big
I thought I built.
Jesus God, it's the size of your head.
I thought I'd build up
Look
your
at that
esteem. After you've been talking about small nuts, I thought I'd give you a big mug.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow! What
That's
is
a
that?
proper one. Cheers, That's lovely.
God, who's making your tea in the
Yeah,
morning?
that's right. Well, coffee. I'll get a decent coffee in that.
Don't forget the cream and the marshmallows.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hot chocolate.
Oh, you like that?
Oh,
wouldn't you?
yes, that's it. Sesame Street mug, I'm alright.
Steve's advertising your mug now.
Oh, no, you
Oh, no,
Oh, you've
No,
got
I've got
Church.
Churchill with a Tommy gun on mine.
two.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much.
Post 44 is from Andres. Hi everyone, can't forget anybody this way, so I'm with you. First of all, I want to wish everyone, including all members, of course, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year without any firework mishaps. And I said, we don't have fireworks over here.
No, well, we do.
Yeah, Phil does really likes the bins.
Really.
Yeah.
Well,
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, someone tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On to the next subject. As it is still a live show, got to put in a question. I'm thinking of putting all my putting all my paint, Tamiya and guns into dropped bottles like Valero and AK use. My question, if you would do this, would you pre-thin the paint in the drop bottle or just thin it if you need it in the colour cup?
I can see what you're getting at, but my bugbear with all of those bottles is, can you pass this one? Any of the pointy ones, the dropper type bottles?
Please.
Yeah.
You've got that stupid app there. We have a nice orange.
That'll do, thank you. Nice orange, see? That was a bloke in Barcelona Grey or something, wasn't it? I wonder I've got like the hot pink. The trouble with them is that you're always going to have that trouble of getting the paint back in easily. Because it's easy going one way, but if you're like me and sit back after you've done it, you've got to get the top off, and it's not a clean option to do it. And that is my only bugbear with these bottles. If they had a situation where, you know, you could undo it and then sort of pull in one or something to get the entire thing off, but because you do have that situation, like even now, and I've never even used this colour, it's still got junk on the top, to try and get it off is always going to be a bit of a problem. But I can understand where you're coming from, because in theory, these are 17mm bottles. So if you wanted to thin them down, a 10mm Tamiya bottle into that and then fill the rest up with thinners would probably be about right. Be a standard type of what these are ratioed to anyway. So you could do it. Take up less space, easier for squirting in, and they're not going to dry out. So that's the other. The reason they go for the dropper bottles is supposed to be more accurate putting it in to make your colour mixes, because obviously it's dropping. So each drop, so you do 10 drops and 10 drops of the other, as opposed to getting a pipette out and having to do it all like that with the others.
His next part was putting paint in the colour cup by pouring it in the colour cup is just a pain in the arse. And pipettes work great, but one-time use could turn out expensive.
Mind you, if you go online and seriously and buy 100 blank pipettes, you know, just plastic bottles of it, they are dirt cheap. If you know where to look, you know, i.e. go to China and just get them in like that. They won't take long to turn up, but they are literally then pence each versus I think Vallejo do empty ones you can buy and stuff like that, and they're like 50 pence each or something. But you can buy blank ones for as little as like, you know, sort of 5 pence each. So you wouldn't take too much to get a nice set of them out. But then you've got to label them all and everything else. Is there a bug in here? Is it?
Yeah, it's flying around.
But yeah,
it's not me.
No.
Sure.
Just this one to let him off.
Right.
So yes, that is the only drawback to it, is getting them back in there. But putting them in, you don't get the crust around the top. You don't have the bit running down the side of your bottle. They are a neater and nicer way of working.
Behave.
You be naughty. Santa won't come.
Oh, you will? You will?
You won't, I'll tell him.
No.
Okay, post 45 from Glenn. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all at Flory Models. Been having a great year getting to know you all, and maybe in the new year Phil can answer my question on the blue sanding sheet and how to use it. Not the sanding stick, the large blue and white sheet, about 6 inches and 3 inches wide.
This one!
And the newest one in the Flory range. We'll get there in the end. Have a good time, everyone.
Did we do this? I did do it.
You did.
It was on a live show. You must have missed it because we went back over it again.
I think you did
because I cut a bit up and showed about rolling it up. Because the thing with this one, you can roll it, you see, into a tube and then do intakes with it and get in various areas. You can use it just as a big sheet for doing. To be honest, I did it to the bomber to go over all the decals with it, over with a bit of it. But that is the idea. You can literally, if you just pass us one of those spring-loaded clamps at the top, though.
Right top.
No.
Not the teeth.
Left,
left,
clamps
on the metal
Tweezers. What are the tweezers?
Tweezers.
What did
Yeah.
you say, tweezers?
That's oh, women in the model room.
Yeah, see. Women, no, stay away. Yes. So yeah, the idea is obviously you can just put them in and literally you can roll them up and then put them into an intake and just go for it. You know.
You need to be careful what we're saying now, because we've got Monique now on the forums, haven't we?
Well, we've got about 30 female members
There you
in the
go.
forum, so we're all right. They
Yes.
know they don't allow the men in that case, or partners in. All right, I'll rephrase it. Partners, no, stay out of the room.
Oh, really?
Well, you're a nightmare in here. How many times do you come in
So
here?
what about
Sit
Liam Russell
opposite.
then?
Yeah.
What about Liam Russell?
Yeah, but
Yes,
honestly,
see?
Russell's a nightmare.
Can't take him anywhere.
So yes, like that, you see. So you can have it, and then obviously you then cut it down and all the rest of it to the shape you wanted, and that's the idea. But we will do a full thing on another live show.
Stick in that.
Well, you could do, yeah.
Next question,
She's trying to flog our products now. You could do a set of sanding
I
sticks.
could get a round one made, and you could poke that in and out. A bit smaller than that, wouldn't
Well,
it?
we've tried that. They can't make us a round one.
Oh, they will if I ask them.
All right. There you go. You heard it from the
My
sales
boss.
team. Yeah, so, you know, let them go with it.
Pigtails.
That's great, though. I didn't think that was going that way. I didn't think that was going
What?
pigtails.
No.
What? So look at she was the one I bought it,
It's
not
not
me.
pigtails, it's a ponytail.
Yeah, it's only on one side.
It's only on one side. I had to put it down because I couldn't get it all in the hat otherwise. I've got really thick hair.
All right, moving on.
Just saying.
Next
Oh,
week,
is it my turn
hairstyling,
Oh, this one.
handbags and shoes.
Post 46 from Robert Stinchcombe. Hi all, not sure if I'll be watching live or on catch up, but thought I would just wish the team all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Robert.
Christmas.
Christmas.
And post 47, which is from David. Hi dudes, just like to wish you and all the members a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And also any non-members watching, you need to join this. You need to join. This is the best site for any type of modelling. Thank you very much, David. Much appreciated.
This is
Bless
true,
him.
absolutely.
Post from 48 from Ian. No questions, just wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love watching your shows as they're better than a lot of the TV programmes on. P.S. The wife loves me watching them as I'm out of her hair.
Don't blame her.
That's
Yeah.
a quote from her, he
Yes,
says.
so we are doing our community here.
Graham, thanks again. We'll post pics of my son's Spitfire when done and my Mozzie. I'm off to get myself a Bailey's. Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Decent one.
Yes.
And get married. Ha ha. Enjoy your evening and Christmas.
This one, post 50 from Jason. Merry Christmas all. This is the first show I'm getting to watch from home.
Woohoo!
I took a holiday all this week. My question for tonight is, what is your favourite Christmas memory?
God, I'm going to start with the guys because they're all being left out over there. Go on then, Hans. Your best Christmas memory.
On the spot. Probably when I was 10, I got one of a model kit for my dad, so that was a good Christmas memory. It'll always be with me.
Very good. See? Something small and a kit. Brilliant. Yeah, Stefan?
Well, I can think of one right now, but I think it was some kits I got someone.
See, look, there's a pattern forming here. Steve? You got a BMX.
I'm just trying to think. No, I'm just trying to be. I have got a good memory, but it's not repeatable.
Yeah, we wonder what that is.
No, I've got a worse one, but not a good one.
Go on then.
Worst one will, when we were in the Air Force, we had to work on Christmas Day. We were on nights, and the boss, his wife, made us all these mince pies and Christmas cake, and it was the most disgusting thing you've ever eaten. And he stood there, and he's just saying, "They're nice, isn't it, lads?" And you had to eat them, and everyone, oh, it was just awful. And the worst thing, any left, he just put in there. He says, "I'll pick the empty tins up in the morning." And you're like, so that was pretty bad.
Just bin it. Go on.
I suppose beside every Christmas I spent with my lovely wife.
You're not getting around with that.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
I know when I was a kid, my mum and dad bought me the Airfix 124 Stuka, and that was that was great because that was cost a small fortune back when that came out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, that was a good memory.
See, I had no kids when I was a kid.
Oh.
However, I did have a chopper bike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my best bit. Chopper
Yeah.
bike.
They redid them, but they weren't the same as the old ones, were they?
We were poor and I couldn't afford a chopper, so I had a tomahawk. which was like the one without the gears. You know.
So what was your best Christmas memory?
Oh, let
Be
me
very careful.
Oh, what did I get last year? I'm sure that was brilliant.
Who were, Mrs.?
Yeah, I got a BMX one year.
Well, what have you been with me, you haven't?
No, you got me a laptop last year. That was very nice. And a complete surprise because you put it in a massive great box. So I thought, you know, crikey, it's a BMX, and it wasn't. It was a laptop.
Yeah.
No, it was very nice. And it's over there and used daily. That's it. So, yes, very nice. Yours? Getting a steamer this year. Hey, I
am getting an actual but,
along with our bleach.
But I was in town the other day with a friend, and he was off with my other friend. And we found him in the jewellers in Ernest Jones. And I know I've got a surprise coming, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Tell us about it. It was a surprise. Oh God, I better buy something now. You see me in here. What's in the sale?
What did you get you?
That's what I said. I said, I'm sorry, Matt, didn't I? So you could have this now.
I was in there with Jay, you wouldn't it? Lynn?
Oh God, I don't know. I can't think. I don't remember what I did last week, let alone several years ago, to be honest.
Oh, that's charming.
What's the best present John's ever got you?
Oh, what, apart from the set of saucepans one year?
John, that's a definite no.
Last year, because John's not great at presents, unless you like write him a detailed list of where and where you can buy it and how much it costs. It was a pair of purple DMs last year.
Oh!
He did that all by himself.
John, well done!
Yeah.
It's only taken nearly 27 years.
Okay.
And then he's put also, as for the italic, them kits, they can be a bit hit and miss. The only thing I have found that there was some items that they have made back in the late 80s, 90s that haven't been remade since then.
Yeah. No, I'm right, thanks. I'm cutting back.
Yeah, till tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. I want my Christmas diet.
Yeah.
That starts tomorrow.
Post 51 is from Robert. Happy festivities, whatever. Not sure if the Euro crowd will get that. No, we didn't. We didn't get that because I can't say it.
Festivities.
No. Festives.
Festivus.
Festivus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No, I don't get it.
No. First time getting to sit in live. Welcome then, Robert. Anyways, no real question. Too busy wrapping and other Christmas activities. Just wanted to wish all a Merry Christmas and good to see the whole crew on the show. As I am wrapping a model for one of my sons, one thought does come to mind. Any suggestions on good resources for introducing kids to modelling?
If honestly, if I was trying to get a kid in modelling, your best bet is to build along with them. Don't give them a kit to build. Is to literally have them next to you and build it with them. Because otherwise they'll switch off really, really quickly. You know, if you give a kid a kit and say get on with it, it just won't work this day and age. You know, but if you're sat next to them and building it along with them, totally hands-on, right, this is what we're going to do, and get them to do it all, but you just sort of steering them in the right direction, get a couple of kits down the line. And like when it comes to the painting, like we said with Katie, wasn't it, about, you know, let her do
what the colour
she wants, you know, that is the whole point, because it's supposed to be fun, so you don't turn around and say, no, we're going to do it in grey or green or whatever. You know, well, she did it pink, wasn't it? Pink Spitfire.
Oh.
She did.
And everything else. And that is the great thing about it. It should be personal to what they want to do, and then let them sort of just get used to the construction and the bits and pieces, so you can literally just let them get on with it and have them working with you on the bench at the same time. You know, and that way you can encourage rather than push, you know, trying to get into the modelling. So really, I don't think it's going to work. So, you know, I don't know. Any other ideas, Steve? Would you?
I think you have to find a kid that they're going to be interested in.
Yeah.
Because nowadays we've got all these sci-fi kits, Star Wars, Iron Man figures, dinosaurs. I think something that they're going to enjoy putting together and building and painting. Don't just think, right, I'm going to build this plane that just because you like it, nobody else does.
Yeah.
You know, you need to get them interested in the subject that you're building.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Stefan?
Hide the PlayStation.
Yeah. Have a power cut. Yeah. Cut the plug off the telly. Have a power cut. Brilliant. Hans, you never got hiding into it then?
Yeah, right.
Really sorry.
Hide the phone.
Yeah, that's it. Take the phone off them as well. Yeah, absolutely.
I would say, like Steve is saying, you know, find something that your son or daughter is interested in the first place. That will help quite a bit. And then sit next to him and model with them. You know, those are some of the fondest memories that I've had with my dad, and still here. That's why I'm still modeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And amazingly, my parents didn't do that. Oh, so, yeah, that's it. That's what you get being the younger brother. I think he did it with my oldest brother, but not with me. That was it. I'm not affected by it at all. Not I don't hold a grudge.
That's where I went wrong then. I made my children stand facing the corner for half a day because they used the shade of barley.
Oh, is that where we were wrong? And cable tie them to the bench.
That's obviously where I went wrong.
So this is it. Yeah, you stupid kid. What are you doing? That's ridiculous. Look at that seam line. Redo it. Refill it. It's just not going to happen.
That's supposed to be a clear part.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it's your third model, and look at it. I bought you that lovely, you know, Tamiya Harrier.
Yeah.
Look what you've done to it. Next.
Okay. 52 from Chris Bradbury. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2015. Sorry I cannot watch tonight as we are at the Passage House Inn at Newton Abbot on our Christmas holiday. That? Chris Bradbury.
Hey Chris, you only realised when you get this to read this back, you're actually only 10 minutes from here.
Thank you all for the time and effort you put into this fantastic, oh fantastic, that'll be the word, site and looking after the community that you have built. It's a great community, guys. Well done.
Well, lovely. Have a nice time on the river and everything else. And there's another pub on the other side. If you look at your hotel down the river, there's another one on the other side. What's it called? Where we go to?
Oh, Coombe Cellars.
Coombe Cellars. They do a absolutely lovely meal in there.
That's nice.
Very nice down there.
See, they don't know directions by road, only by pubs.
Pubs, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pattern formula here, isn't it? Yeah, that's it.
This is from Louise, which is post 53. Merry Christmas to all. It's so nice to finally meet Mel and the rest of the team. I was able to catch the show this time. I just wanted to say hi and to tell Phil and the team a huge thank you for all the hard work you guys put into this. I have a question for Phil. Have you ever participated in a modelling competition? Again, thanks to all and God bless.
No, because he's scared he won't win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
No, not quite. Yeah, that's it. As I say, I have and I've won. But yes, no, it didn't. No, it wasn't like that. No, I don't enter competitions. I don't do it for competitions or anything else like that. I do it from literally nothing. And I like to build what I build. And also, as we pointed out, I get technically paid to do this for a living. So I could throw as much money and time as I wanted at it to have something for a competition. And I don't think that's technically fair. Where other people spend their last penny on trying to do it, and every waking hour they've got spare time trying to do it, you know. So it's, you know, I don't know. As technically a professional doing something full time, I just think it's a bit wrong entering competitions. That said, as you said, I will say my Harrier did win Best Harrier at Telford last year, so I can't gloat too much. And it wasn't even entered in the competition; it was just Best Harrier because somebody saw it, and it was like, and it wasn't even on our stand. Yeah. So yes, but no, yeah. From a point of view of just entering competitions, from the moral point of view, I don't think it's quite right. But also, I don't do it for competitions because I don't really care what everyone else thinks. I do it because I love it.
Yay!
Team Flory.
Next.
Oh, is it me? Okay, this one's from Martin Whittle. Hi all, this is my first question on the live show. Oh, and Merry Christmas to all. The question is, when you showed on the hind build how to remove the carrier film on the decals with enamel thinners, Tamiya, I have tried it with Humbrol enamel thinners and it didn't work too well. After a century rubbing with my finger started to dissolve the decal. Any ideas? Is the Tamiya thinners not as strong, or is it something else?
No, what it is, it's the decal, what it's made out of. You tend to find that Revel decals, for instance, I've had a go at it on this one, it won't do it. If you're using aftermarket ones, and like the Linden Hill, it works very easy, and literally you just give it a little rub and the carrier film just literally dissolves and rubs away, leaving you with just solid decal markings then. But it seems to be the mainstream companies, obviously, I'm thinking Italeri, Revel, Airfix, you can't do it with them. Whatever it is, they're thicker carrier films. It only works really on the very thin ones because it dissolves it technically and breaks it down, and you by rubbing it allows it to rub it away. But I haven't found a way of actually removing, because I've had, to be honest, a damn good go at doing it on this one, and it didn't really work. I was starting to go, as you say, through the decal more than the actual carrier film with it. So it does tend to be your aftermarket decals you can do it with. The mainstream ones, the manufacturer's ones, because they tend to be a little bit more heavier and thicker, they don't do it. But say it was a new technique to me. It's only because John Wilkes happened to be here when I was decaling the hind, and he said, "Oh, you're not taking the film off?" And I was like, "No, do you do that?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, just slap some on," and I'm like, "Brr." And it worked. It worked a treat. But I've only managed to do it with aftermarket stuff, not with normal. But we'll be, again, it's something I want to cover again in the new year and show a little bit more in depth. So yes.
No. I tried it and then ripped my decal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hide it.
It's pom-pom swinging around.
What are you talking about?
Because you're worth it.
This is. Next comment is 55, which is Koran. I hope I pronounced that right. Merry Xmas to all. Big thanks from New Zealand for the year's work, Phil and crew. If you are ever down this way, you can come round for a barbecue.
See,
I'll shout you a beer.
Oh, New Zealand, yeah, for that one.
See, yeah.
We'll be there.
Next one is hilarious.
Right, if you Adam.
No, it's not. It's from Shannon.
Hey, Shannon!
Hi guys, hope you all have a great Christmas and a fab 2015. Do we think that John will be waking in the morning with his Windsor and Newton Series 7 sticking out of his chest? Yes, Shannon. As simple as that.
The best a man can get.
Actually,
As long as those
Shannon?
bristles are clean, it'll be alright.
Shannon, we have to work tomorrow, so it'll be Christmas Day, because otherwise we lose a day's pay, so it'll be Christmas Day. You'll do it.
I'll be quite happy as long as it is my chest.
Yeah.
Sticking out of.
But they will be nice and clean up well afterwards if they do go somewhere else. Will it keep its point? I bet you're glad you got the small brushes now, not the big ones.
It'll be a long dry comb tonight.
Post 57 is from Rob Ban. Happy holiday and a model-tastic 2015. I am watching the show, even so slightly zonked out on painkillers, as I had 2 teeth pulled this afternoon.
Ooh. That's nice.
Happy Christmas.
What a sweet.
Yeah, thank God.
Got some nice licorice, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
They are from him as well.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh,
Oh, bless him.
He probably thought, well, I can't eat and send him over.
That's probably why he's had them pulled.
Yeah, that's it.
Glad you like the tarted up tomcat. And go easy.
Okay.
That's cool.
And go easy on the Dutch dot. It
Yeah.
can have some interesting effects if eaten in excess.
Oh dear.
Fart City.
Told you, Syd. Yeah, I'm glad he's going on tonight.
Question for Phil: have you decided on your entry for the old dog, the old
Dog over kid.
Yeah, that was well.
Yeah.
I am going to try and join all the SIGs and group builds with old dog kits this year. Or woe is me. Never said I was sane. P.S. What do you pronounce that?
It looks like Manuela.
Says Mel is a very pretty lady and rightly in charge. However, she does have very thick glasses.
Well, that's what the guide dog said.
Thank you. I'm going to take you.
PPS, no clock for doggies. It's bad for them as it's chocolate. As is chocolate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Used to love you.
I love you more.
No, I'm so used to it.
Yeah, you're dead.
What I said earlier,
Not
like
as much
coming
as
around
you.
in 2 days' time.
Okay, post 58 is from Tom. Evening, guys. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you all have a fantastic time.
Thank you.
From Christmas. Post 59 is the lovely Monique. An Airfix Shackleton, only in December 2015 apparently. It'll go well with my 124 Shackleton that needs finishing. Happy. And
124 Shackleton. Christ, that's going to be massive.
Happy
picks
and all that to everyone.
Yeah, we need pics. I want to see
Definitely.
that. That's got to be a monster, that has.
Because you live a bit.
Post 60 is from Alan. Merry
It's not our
Christmas
dog,
to
is
all
it?
the team and members of the
Yes,
fabulous
it's
Flory models,
She's
and
got
all
me
the
in
best
somewhere.
for the new year. Or as they say here, I can't say that.
Oh,
I don't
go
say-
on.
I'm taking that's either German or Dutch or
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Snooze, joie.
Honestly, John, you're positively fluent. You could have just upset an entire load of people now. You've told them they're what? And they can put it where?
Any advances on that, chaps?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Stefan, did you get that one?
No, not a chance.
No. Steve, you're fluent.
No. Yorkshire.
Yeah, Yorkshire. Aren't you fluent?
Not fluid anymore, but I got the gist of it.
First post on page 5, which is post 61, which is from Ben, a different Ben, which is only post 8, so again, reasonably new to the forum. Hey guys, Merry Christmas to you all. Great job with all the videos. I think it's hard work to do all these videos and say thanks for all. I hope you have a lot of fun.
I put it on if I was Elvis.
I hope you have a lot of fun in the next few days. Now my question, how can I simply do rust on my models that look great and in scale? From Switzerland.
Okay, we'll run around the team. Steve, rust, quickest, easiest.
Rust. It depends. Well, obviously, it depends what you're doing it on. Easiest and probably the cleanest way is just to use different rust shade paints. You put a dark colour on the base and then use a piece of sponge and dab bits of other shades on to build up various tones. You can get different rust paint sets. You can also use pigments. That's the usual way I do it.
Yeah. Stefan, how did you do rust?
I don't, and I have not done very much rust on my ships, really.
We've got cracking weather on them anyway.
But I think with pigments, as Steve said.
Yeah. I must admit, say Hans.
Yeah, this is probably low-priced alternative for using these pastels and just shave them off. You use the dust from that on just a little brush.
The back of the front.
No, he's not. He's all right today.
I just wind it up.
Oh. Yeah, that's it.
That works pretty good, and then I use these kind of things. They come from Bragdon Enterprises. It's just a whole set of pigments, just very similar to like MIG.
Yeah.
Of course, we will be bringing out our range of pigments for everybody to use soon.
That's absolutely, Matt. No, you're right. I love these. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be on the bad side.
Yeah, that's it. Although obviously the new ones won't look like that, will they?
The new ones are going to be a bit smaller, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's it. That's like.
But they will be coming out in the new year.
It's the same
That's
stuff.
good news.
Yeah.
So yes, personally for me, rusting like I've done on my ships and the various things, two options. You can do the rust technique using pigments. So what I tend to do is, if you use an enamel or like a turpentine, just rub it down, brush the entire surface downwards. If you wanted streaking, put the pigment on and let it bleed. It will melt and then just track itself down. If you're doing more of the exhaust pipe stuff, you can use a little bit of PVA glue, just spread it onto your exhaust first, then come along with different shades of pigment. So you want a nice dark one to work as a contrast with a light shade, and put them on randomly, and you get the texture with it as well. And that can give you a nice sort of rusty exhaust, manifolds, things like that. So that's how I'll go for you, Russ.
Again, I can't remember if it's Vallejo AK do like a rust set. Which again mysteriously appeared through my door one day.
And mine.
I've used that a few times. That's quite good. That's got
different shades of brown as well with that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oranges and
there you go.
There we go. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's very good actually because you get 6 colours in. And it goes from your light rust right through to old rust, shadow rust, and chipping colours. So I'd highly recommend you start with one of these. You can airbrush it on, apply it with paintbrushes, sponges, everything. So that's probably the easiest way to do it.
On the far side down the corner. I think I've got. Oh, it might be under there.
I use Vallejo.
Yeah, I've got the Vallejo set. I've got it somewhere. I don't know quite where it is. Maybe you see it. It's a box set full of them.
Yeah.
I have reviewed it on the site, and I don't know if it's in there. I don't even know where it is, to be honest, gang. But up on my set, I've taken the colours because this orange here is it's orange rust. They do a dark rust and something else.
Taking to the dark side, I have
chicken mediums and various things like that. So is it in there?
You should be time down there.
Yeah. It's not that big a cupboard.
Yes, Lynn.
Yeah, but it's certainly an echo. Right, moving on.
I've got Vallejo's rust and chipping effect.
Yeah.
Again, comes in a set. Comes in with their the equivalent to the hairspray stuff.
Hairdressers.
Yeah.
Fluid and varnish and.
Because you get the varnish chipping fluid,
Yeah.
you get a couple of these colours. Which one is this orange? You get a dark one, don't you? And a
Yeah,
really
you get
strong
very
dark
one with
rust.
plastic
And then you
top.
get 2 pigments as well, isn't it? And you can mix them. The set I've got comes with pigments as
Okay.
well as those as well, so you can knock them up like that. And when you put these down wet paint, you can come along with pigments on the top of the paint as it's wet, and then get that sort of effect as well. So yes.
Post 62 is from Martin. Merry Christmas to one and all. Nice to see the real brains behind the Flory models. Well,
Thank you.
as a new
What are you saying them for?
I've got a sore throat.
Who's the boss?
As a new member, a big thanks to all at Flory Models for a brilliant community and a good laugh on Tuesdays. You are very welcome, Martin.
Thank you.
No problem. You're on to that point
Lost
now.
that
Start
page.
throwing things around.
Phone 63 is from Neil again. I need to log off now. Presents to wrap, tables to lay, and a man cave to tidy. But before I go, I want to airbrush the wife's new iPhone headphones, as she doesn't want them white, but a clear reddish pink. You think I can just spray Tammy a clear red over them? No, you can't buy the pink ones in the sort of iPhone she likes. And then, has anybody got any New Year's resolutions? Mine is to go on an airbrush course in 2015 if I'm allowed to.
If you're going to overcoat things like that, as sunny as it sounds, I would go with an enamel. You can get the candy coats like I did for the truck, for instance, because they are literally as hard as nail. Because the trouble is, if you're going to use an acrylic, they can be quite, wearing them out.
You spray different things in mine, don't you, for jewellery and
I
you
must
spray
admit,
pendants.
very good of me as well.
Very good of
Very
you.
good of me.
He has
Come in
sprayed.
with jewellery and says I need it to be green this week, so I have to spray it in.
It does, and it works. It comes out really nice. Yeah, it does. It comes out really nice.
Very good. But yeah, Tamiya clear coats, you can wang them down as well to get that sort of candy effect using obviously the reds, the orange, greens and yellows to change colours like that. Obviously when you're going to go onto cable, it's just going to peel because it'll dry hard and it's just going to crack and be horrible, isn't it? Yeah. So yes.
New Year's resolutions?
New Year's, we'll start around the world. Hans, New Year's resolutions?
Finish some models and get past the base coat stage. How's that?
Come to England again for Telford.
Oh, there we go. There's a good one. I'll put that on my list for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Stefan?
No, I can never have it.
Come to England for Telford.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be,
Yeah. New Year's resolution.
Yay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Steve, come to Telford.
Yeah, I'll come to Telford, I think. I hope so.
No, yeah, no other resolutions?
No other resolutions, no.
No. Lynn, resolutions, apart from not killing John.
Oh, yeah, I'll try and keep the brushes away from his chest or his nether regions if I can possibly help it.
I wouldn't sleep on your front tonight, that's for certain.
Wouldn't sleep on his back either, to be honest.
Which way are you going to go? Yeah. I'd sleep in a sleeping bag.
Sid, what's yours?
finish off the kits I've started. Now I've got quite a few kits that I haven't finished.
Yes.
Finish a group build.
What's yours?
Mine is to take part and complete every single single group build we do this year. That's mine.
To honour you every day.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, right. No, I haven't got that.
No. Oh.
He just says at the end, have a wonderful Christmas and thank you so much for all you do and inspiration you all give. So much for a great year.
No problem.
I go again, is it?
You'll go.
Yeah. Post 64 is from Mark. Good evening, everyone. Could someone recommend me a First or Second World War Army truck or van kit of worth? I have looked on eBay but can't find any that looks any good. Anything from supply trucks for ammunition to ambulances would be great. I wish all at Flory models, all on the forums, and the very best for their Christmas and New Year. I hope you get what you want and you have your health.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that'll be then Steve.
Yeah, simple enough. Hobby Boss to a 135th US White 666 cargo truck. You can get a hard top version and a soft top, and they also do it in a refueling truck as well, and it's a fantastic kit.
Yeah.
So easy to put together, great detail, and I believe the prices have dropped quite low now on them. Tend to be a lot of the main suppliers are selling them off cheaply, so I definitely recommend that as a kit.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Simple.
Indeed.
Always handy when Steve says you would all look blank.
Indeed, definitely. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yes.
Okay. Post 65 from Jason. Hi guys, love the live shows even though I don't catch them live. I just want to say thanks to Phil and the team for all their hard work this year. It's very much appreciated by me and many others. Have a great Christmas and New Year. I look forward to what's coming in 2015.
Yay!
Hopefully, a lot more builds. Quicker builds. Faster.
Our next post is 66, which is from Brian. Merry Christmas all. It has been a great year, and I appreciate all the work you all have put into this site, and to a larger extent, the Flory family. I do have a quick question. I have a tank that is painted and decaled that I would like to put a dot filter on. I thought someone did one on the forum, but cannot seem to find it. Any help would be appreciated.
You're into dot filtering, aren't you?
I've done it once with mixed results, really.
Well, one side was brilliant, the other was rubbish.
Yeah, pretty much. I had to respray one side because it came out bloody awful.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the God of Armour,
Yes.
that is Steve.
Yeah, there's a couple of my builds on the forum. I did a Russian T34 76 with dot filter. I forget the name of the other one. But yeah, it's quite straightforward to do. You just need to think. You need to put your darker colours, the darker dots of oil paint under the shadow areas, and then put the lighter ones where obviously the light's got to catch it. And when you're removing the oil and blending it in, you want your brush to be virtually bone dry with wine spirit on it. It has to be, virtually dry, or you'll start lifting the paint. And it's just a matter of gradually blending it into the paintwork that's on there. I also did a kind on my Typhoon, the 1/24th Airfix Typhoon. I did all the weathering using oil paints, and that's a similar technique I used on that. So that could be worth you looking at.
I'll tell you where there is a good tutorial and instructions on it. Is the IPMS Sweden website. They've got one on there on the dot filtering on a striker or something they use, and that was quite good. That's what they used to give it a go.
Yeah, I must admit, I've never done it. I've never tried it. Something for me for next year. Give
So in youth for 2015?
Absolutely, yeah. Have a bit of a play with that. Hans, have you ever done a filter like that?
I've only done it once, and I think in the forum it's under T34 build from 6-7 years ago. Mixed results, just like John. I think it's a lot of work for personal preference, I guess. Not a lot of gain.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the trouble with it. Stefan, have you ever?
No, I never used it. I tried it.
Yeah, no, I must admit, I've never. Who else would ever go out? Say filtering is. I can see the point of it, and then I think like doing that overcomplicates things, because if you're going to filter, you can airbrush on a filter and knock it back like using a wash. I'm not just talking about mine, but a thin wash or something. To be honest, that's had a filter, and you can see where it's had a filter because where I took the masking tape off, you can see the difference between the two. I know you guys on there won't see it, but this bit here, I had a bit of tape on here to stop it scraping off, because obviously it's the weight of the model's on it, and you can see where original and filtered.
Yeah.
So, I think it's one of those things, they're slightly overcomplicated, that people, can sort of get a bit into filtering and doing these different techniques, but not a lot of gain. But it may be just because I do aircraft and don't see the point of it. But,
yeah, I think it's mainly good just for lightening areas on a tank and adding a bit of shadow into other areas.
Yeah.
Especially when the tank's all green, you can add just that little hint of blue. A lot of the time, I just tend to use one oil paint at a time and go around that way.
Yeah, because
you can use it for streaking as well, but yeah, it's tricky to do.
Yeah, I must admit, I've done slight streaking with it, where you actually come along, put the dots all along like the side of armour, and then sort of blend up and down with the streaking effect like that. But again, it was such mixed results. Some of it just didn't look right, you know. Other bits looked quite good, but because it was little bits of it, you couldn't really see, you know, any real point in doing it. But again,
yeah, it's getting it soft enough. You need to make it look soft. This is too easy to have it looking too stark.
yeah,
And when you get that, it just looks awful.
yeah,
You know.
I think it is one of those things that's, like you say, overcomplicate it. Another thing I found with armour is like, what's it called, this Spanish style with the colour modulation and all that. That's quite confusing as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, you know, as you say, sometimes you can go over the top, but then it's a bit like doing that, filtering with mud, you know, to give it that look and all the different bits and pieces. Technically, we're doing is filtering and then ripping it off, putting in another one and streaking and various things like that. When we're saying that, we mean the tank, which is having another wash. So, but yes, Splish Splash. It's having another mud bath at the moment.
Yours?
Okay. So 67
You go.
from Gary. Good evening, Phil and the gang. Hope all is well in Floryland. Question for you guys. Do you have a Holy Grail model kit that you want to build but haven't, either due to it being deep in the stash or the subject not released in plastic as yet? Mine would be a 148 Halifax and do more World War II German, Russian and Japanese aircraft. I would just like to wish everyone and the members a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Keep safe, everyone. And Phil, stay away from the jacuzzis.
I just about got away with that now. Apparently not. Still in the doghouse.
Hot tub gate.
Hot tub gate, as it's now known in the family. Wasn't me, it was a medical condition, apparently.
Yeah.
4.5 hours, so I'm sticking to that one. Had nothing to do with the alcohol.
So, Holy Grail.
Holy Grail at kits. I'd still like to see a new tool, 148 scale Buccaneer. I'd like to see it in 32nd as well. Nobody does one. There's a rumour going around that a certain company are going to do a 148 one soon-ish. But it's only a rumour at the moment. Apart from that, we're pretty well covered these days. Yeah, the kit manufacturers have stepped up and sort of thrown around. I'd like to see the Harrier. I haven't built the FA2 yet, the new kinetic one, but I'd certainly like to see the Harrier fleet. You know, the FRS1, GR3, 148 scale. I'd like to see them in 132nd as well. Decent kits. They're about the two only I'm looking for. The rest of them all been done. You?
Never happened, but if Airfix ever decided to do a 124 scale Hawker Sea Fury, I'd buy it.
Yes.
I've already said mine. Mine's still free.
Still
I found a Ford Capri for you last week.
Yeah, but it did have a racing thing. I was thinking you just cut it all off, it'd be easy, but apparently not.
Get a sounder to it.
Yeah, just cut it off.
I did look further on eBay, and you could actually get the old like Mark 1 Capri.
That's what I've got. That's what I've done. I've had one of those.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, they were going on eBay for 200 quid.
I know.
So how many have you got?
I've only got the one.
You know what Starsky Patch used to drive?
No.
Maybe not then.
That's what we all used to do when we were kids, because
Yeah.
we couldn't get a Ford Gran Torino.
Yeah.
We got our little Corgis, Capris and painted them red.
Yeah, the white
Yeah.
stripe. I thought that's
Yeah.
what they had.
Moving on, Hans.
Thank you.
Obviously, we're switching topics. I'm thinking maybe I'd love to see a 32nd scale. What is it? A Sukhoi? I think it's a 47 with the side-by-side cockpit. With all those strange blue color schemes.
Yeah, there's conversion, isn't there, for the Academy kit to make it, but nobody does it as a standalone. Yeah,
Right.
that's right. Nice kit. It'd be very good to do something like that. Yeah. Stefan?
I would think a trumpeter can do 1 to 200 German destroyer. Would be nice.
Yeah. Well, they probably will know him then. But is there nothing else? Steve?
Mine would be the Royal Marines Warthog.
Sorry, say again?
It's the Royal Marines Warthog,
Right. Yeah.
which is the amphibious
Yeah.
vehicle. it looked really good with that.
Yeah.
So hopefully someone like Accurate Armour might produce.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like an Accurate Armour. You'd imagine doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. See, some nice different ones there.
Mel?
Yeah. Mel?
A ladybird kit. Another ladybird kit.
You want to do another ladybird one? That's right, you can do one when the group builds up. See, watch your space, everyone. With Lynn.
I'm going to do a bee this time.
We're going to do it in bee markings.
Yellow and black, or was that a wasp? It's the yellow and black one.
Yeah, that's the ones.
The wasps.
Yeah.
We're going to do a wasp.
Yeah, and bees.
And bees. Yeah, aren't they? Both yellow and black. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Trivial Pursuit and Boxing Day, so much fun in our house.
I can't wait to see you on Christmas
We're
Day.
still finishing off the game from 1983 because we haven't got all the segments yet.
You're going to be playing Monopoly on Christmas Day.
Yeah, thanks for that,
Yes.
Sid. If you think I'll put my feet up with a nice film and a drink, and
No.
I've got to play Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Post 68 is from Ari. Hello, all Flory team and family. I mentioned last week that Rebel had released a new 48 Canada Air CL415 amphibious aircraft.
Yeah.
But it would unfortunately be eBay photo scam. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh dear. I was about to order it, but I noticed that model number and size are same in 72nd model box. Who does that kind of photo manipulation? Happy Christmas to all of you from Finland.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
Good job you noticed that. Good catch. Yeah, because many a time, innit, we all done it, and you go, oh, there's this one, and just click it.
I've got to put my hand up to this. I ordered a kit, got it, opened it, empty. Read the description again, it said empty box only.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
My worst.
You sucker!
Good job we got all them empty boxes in it. Left over
Well, that will get next time.
That's it. One born every minute.
That teaches you to not read the description.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my
My
god!
worst one like that is I bought two 1/32 large scale kits, and I think I've told you this. And you know, it was like, right, okay. One of them was a Tamiya F4, and it was like, right, paid the money, all the rest of it. When they turned up in a small box, all together, and it was like, well, where's the box for it? And he said, oh, to make shipping cheaper, I took threw the boxes away, took all the screws out, put them into a smaller box, and just pushed them all together, both kits. And it was like, well, that's not what I wanted. So I must admit, I sent them back and got a refund out of it, but only after PayPal stepped in. Because it's like new, you know, on the thing. But luckily, he didn't put on there, I will remove all packaging from it. But he had pictures of them in the box with it all laid out. And then when it turned up, it was just in a brown box with just screws and decal sheets and instructions, and that was it. It was like, no, that ain't fine. So, very good.
Word to your mother.
Yes. You guys ever been caught on eBay?
No.
No.
No. See that hands? No.
No, not yet. Luckily, fingers crossed.
Yeah, no, so it's just you.
me.
Yeah, so the moral of the story is don't let Sid do your shopping on eBay for you.
I'm always going against you.
Well, yeah, that was a bit of a thing, but we got there in the end
We
when
did.
we decided not to bid against each other for the same kit.
We did. Over to you.
Okay. Post from Dennis. Hi everyone. I joined less than a month ago and I'm loving all the content. Hope Phil and everyone on his team have a happy Christmas and a styrene-filled New Year. P.S. Phil, please tell me you aren't drinking hard cider. We get a beer over here in the States called Guinness. You should try it.
Yeah.
He's on the cider.
Yeah, we're on the rock up. That one's called Catty.
Katie.
Oh, sorry, Katie. He's only saying that because he's sat over there.
Oh, yeah,
no.
exactly. What you said, mate, and I come round there and look out.
Next post is post 70, which is from Tom. With the Haribo acrylics. Haribo?
Haribo.
Yes.
With Haribo acrylics. I worked out that if you thin them to death, and I mean like 15 to 20% paint, it sprays like a dream. Not used it a lot, but when I have, it's covered fantastically. Took a lot of working out, but I think I cracked it.
Yeah, I think I'm still going to stick with the synthetic type paints. You know, as I say, my New Year's resolution is again to move away from the smellies. I've got suckered into it a little bit. I've been using a lot of the harsher stuff, and the house is beginning to smell a bit. And I get this little voice says to me, "What the hell is that smell?"
Oh.
So, yeah.
It was earlier. That was earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
No, it wasn't.
No, even Lola smells
That
better
was
than
me
that.
trying to do the Decal trick on that. So I had the enamel thinners on the go, tipping it over it, and then scrubbing it in. It stunk the house out. So yeah, I would like to move into the more.
I think you should.
Well, this is it.
No, it's not.
No.
I am.
What, scrubber? I didn't say it.
Said that.
You said it, not me. My little scrubber.
Remind me not to never sit in another live show.
Number 71 from Paul. Good evening, Phil and Syd and the Flory team. Merry Christmas to you all. Quick question for Phil. I have a few armour projects ongoing that I have been working on since I came back to the hobby. I would like to love to have a go at a 1/48th aircraft kit, preferably a jet aircraft. What would you recommend as a first big aircraft kit, i.e. ease of construction and good detail? Thanks, Paul.
We said that if you want an ease of kit and it's nice and all the rest of it, the Hasegawa F4 Phantom straight out of the box, they go together, no problem at all. We're talking the F4J is the best. Don't do the BN because that's the old version with raised panel lines. But any of the later ones, the J versions, the F because they do the German one. There's a British version as well. If you can get it, it's a bit expensive that one. But they are great kits. They go together. Pretty straightforward, no problem at all, and out of the box give you a very good kit. And then you've got everything else that falls in behind it. Basically, you know, pick your area you're into, something you'd like to do, and then have a look around different manufacturers to get away with, you know, something simple, fast construction that gives you, you know, the best sort of fun. But from my point of view, as you say, just trying to think, those really good looking back. The Tornado we did, the Rebel one, the IDS, the new one, that's a great kit, goes together, no real filler in that apart from my own fault. Even the Academy, the new F4, that's a nice one, goes together surprisingly well. Just looking around, my new 48.
Airfix Lightning.
Airfix Lightning, yeah. Yeah, did you notice that's on the new one they just released? Oh, it's coming back and it's like, it looks like new for thingy. It's just that kit is being re-released again. So it's a case of it's back. But yeah, generally have a look at what you're sort of into, what you fancy doing, and then go from there. But there is some real nice stuff around these days. The ones you really want to avoid is anything by Kitty Hawk. They tend to be a bit of a handful. The kinetic ones can be a little bit troublesome sometimes, depending on the kit. The newer ones are a lot better, and things like that. So, you know, generally, as I said, it's pretty hard modern kits to find a bad one. You know, most of them are pretty good, but for a simple, quick build, if you like your Phantoms, then the Hasegawa F4J, and then obviously you could do the Academy one as well. They do the, what is it, the B version. And they're bringing out the J later on, so that's coming out any minute.
Well, I think with Hasegawa was the price of them.
Yeah, they are expensive for what they are, but that's the thing. If you want to go cheaper, then Hobby Boss, anything by Hobby Boss, most of theirs pretty good these days. They go together all right. Yeah.
Anybody else got any comments on that?
Any other guys, Hans? You got a?
Here's one for you. It's a pretty low priced option. It's the Rafale B from Revell. You have that, Phil?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that goes together real well. Not a lot of problems. Fits great. It looks good. Lots of colorful options.
The problem I found with it was with the intakes. Just getting the intakes to line up takes a little bit of fiddling around.
Yeah. Or like Hasegawa F-18.
Yeah.
And the 104 kits go together real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, there is some good stuff around. As you say, the Italo F16 is the Kinetic Revox, the DG version. So just be careful on that one. It's a little bit pluggy with the ejector pins and stuff like that, but generally it's not too bad. So, Steve, any recommendations?
After recently buying it and looking at it, the new Hobby Boss Hawk is very nice looking kit. And I believe Airfix's Hawks go together quite well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, generally just any new Hobby Boss and Trump thing should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Stefan, you haven't done much aircraft recently, have you?
Now I not really have any suggestions.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Here we go.
Post 72 is from Mike. Hi everyone. Best wishes for a happy holiday season, and thanks so much for all the inspiration and help over the last 2 years. I'm currently working on the Academy SU-27 flanker with the Wolfpack SU-37 Super Flanker conversion kit. It's my first foray into resin and really chopping up a kit. I'm working my way through lots of gaps and seams with the new front end, but I just can't seem to get a perfectly smooth join between the two mediums. I've started with super glue and some styrene filler and moved on to perfect plastic putty and some Mr. Servicer 500. Who's making put one there? It seems like even after sanding it down with various Flory sanding sticks and sponges, notice the Flory sanding sticks.
You always order more if he's run out.
Yeah.
The texture of the filler still comes through in larger areas and really stands out from the resin and plastic of the kit. Any tips for making the perfect joint? Another filler product perhaps, or just loads more sanding and more patience. Here's Mike in Austin, Texas.
Oh, well, seeing as that way, we'll start with Hans on that one. Suggestions, Hans?
I would say probably the hardest thing is that he's talking about the differences in material, the resin versus the plastic. The resin is much harder to sand, so you use a different grit on the resin part, sand that down as best as you can, and then use a finer grit to make the join across the similar materials, I guess.
Yeah, I would go with that as well. Absolutely. Stefan?
No, well, what I use. But the Mr. Surfer works with small gaps, I think, but...
Yeah. Put it across. Steve?
As it's resin, I use CA glue all the time. But what if it's? I've recently done it on my Nighthawk. As I put the cup in. If it's plastic and resin, and fill in between, I use CA glue, but I wet the sanding sticks before I start sanding, and it seems to give a nice way of getting the CA glued out, and then just polish it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I must admit, when you're sanding, pass us one of the lovely sanding sticks over there.
Oh, which one would you like?
Well, that's fun, yeah.
Doesn't even know own products.
Well, she does, that's why I said it. When you're sanding, my only thing would be, like Steve said, these ones are wettable. One of the great designs from the company, isn't it, though?
Yes, it is.
It is. So if you were doing it, if you're imagining obviously the cap and your main body, is when you're sanding it, don't tend to sand across both mediums. Okay. So if you've got a situation where you've got super glue, which will be the hardest thing, okay, then you've got the resin, it's going to be pretty hard. Then the plastic's going to be quite soft. You know, what you want to be doing is not doing plastic, then coming across them one at a time. You want to go across all of it at once. So if you've got the raised area here, don't be sort of pushing it across, just pushing down on it. work it so you've got the sanding stick level, and let the sanding stick do the work. Don't push down on it too hard. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're just going to carve into the softest thing first, then the hard thing. But if you just let it do its bit and keep going along, then every now and again I knock it against my jeans, and it'll self-clean then, and then you can just keep going at it. That's why they're all built.
Yeah, I know.
But you just literally go across it like that.
Flory patch next year. So.
Yeah,
That'd
we
be a
said
good
about that.
idea, actually.
Yeah, a little patch, and it's going to be like a denim material, and it cleans up.
Yeah.
Things, yeah.
So you
So you can just go across it like that, but also don't do it so you can see your sanding stick. Keep it so it's always over the middle, and that way you won't get any steps, and that way you'll just wear that same level all the way down until you've got the perfect sort of height. And then it's a case of, the quickest way, to be honest, is to use like an acrylic paint, like a Tamiya, paint it over the join, then resand it, and you can see where you need to go and which areas you need to do. But the secret of sanding is also not to go at it really hard, because you can actually heat up the plastic, and then it will soften it. And stuff like that. So sometimes you end up with shrinkage problems with the heat transfer going through it as well. Is he? It's alright, he's on film, we can watch him back.
He's leading me astray.
Oh, yeah.
Next one is from Bryn. Hi all, just another post to thank Phil, Mel for all the hard work this year and creating a community here that is all inclusive, and also for all the members that keep it feeling that way. Merry Christmas. Just a quick question all round. What are you all most looking forward to build, or at least get your hands on in the next year from the new releases already planned?
Sorry, I thought the doorbell went
Oh,
off.
sorry.
That's the thing again.
Oh, right.
Sound like our doorbell.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
yeah.
You just sound like our
So
doorbell.
any emails come through.
Right. Sorry, Dora.
Sorry, what was the question?
Quick question around. What are you all most looking forward to build, or at least get your hands on next year from the new releases already planned?
I say nothing really excited me. Oh, sorry. What we do? Oh, yeah, that's not a new release for this year.
No, it said looking forward to build.
Oh, right. The Huey release.
No.
It did. The way I read it as well was like what new releases.
Looking forward to build.
Looking forward to build, or at least get your hands on next year from the new
Yeah.
releases.
On the new releases.
From the new releases.
Looking forward to build.
From the new releases.
Oh,
Why are you no
God.
listen?
Because nobody wants to build that one yet.
You do it together, are you?
Well, he's got one as well, you see. I did say we'll build it together.
There's only 4 people on the site that wanted him to build it. We're 2 of them.
That's fine.
So it's going to be a Tuesday date, guys.
Yeah,
Do it together. Oh,
Romance.
bless them.
So, yes, things I'm looking forward to doing. If I'm honest, I'm actually looking forward to doing the Kitty Hawk F-35s. Yeah, you did hear that right. I am actually looking forward to doing them. Purely because it's something different, playing with the different, obviously the textures, the metal finishes on them and stuff like that. It's something I'm going to do. I'm going to do both of them together.
Did you say you were gonna do a car?
F-35C. Well, yeah, I'm doing another car. Yeah, the Formula 1 one as well. That'll be something a little bit different. I'm going to do a Formula 1 car. It's going to be my thing for next year.
And some people want it, some figures.
And
Is it going to be a fast build?
only if it's finished. Yes, and I must admit, I have been thinking about doing that X-Wing as well. I've got that studio scale X-Wing, that 1/6
build.
monster. So yeah, because now I've got the lighting kit from Richard, you see, so I'm thinking about doing that as well. So that'll be a fun project next year. Cool.
I was looking forward to the main Scud, but that's gone out the window now.
I
Any
might have to
chance?
slip it to you in parts. You have to come in and then I'll slip you a sprue at a time and you can pretend it's one kit. I'll put it in another box.
That's what you donated in.
I saw on
Yeah.
Facebook as well. There's some trumpeter. Steve will probably know more about it. They're doing some sort of Russian missile
Oh, that
track
little one.
thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little one they're just on, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks similar to the one he bought at Telford.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
He'll probably know more what it's called.
Yeah, which one's that, Steve?
You know, like that
I know which one you mean it is, and yeah, that's
It's got a funny
my
name,
shot
isn't
in
it?
they're
this.
actually doing something that looks similar to that.
Yeah,
Some CAD drawings of it. That looks quite cool.
yeah, it does.
Is that the Scud?
What's it
No,
called?
it's not a Scud, it's
It's like a sting or something they call it, isn't it? Or a wasp, or it's got a weird name, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did see
I mean, I
it.
know nothing about armour, but it just looks cool.
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
So yeah, so very good. So
I'm not really fussed. I'm happy with what I've got at the moment.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I've got.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm just purely out of fun. I'm looking forward to building me 2 banger cars.
Yeah.
Just purely out of fun to see what I can get out of those. But yeah, apart from that, I'm happy with what I've got at the moment.
Very good.
There's no kits I actually need, as I say, it's just the things to improve the building.
Very good. Yeah.
Sensible buying.
What about you said you were going to buy a Sherman earlier or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've already got that on order, and the F-35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got those on order.
Is that the F-35 Night Fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. And he's doing his Capri Night Fighter version.
Right.
It's going to be like Night Rider with a blight.
Kit.
Yeah, that's it. So,
I
Lynn,
will be Michael Knight.
what are you looking forward to this year?
What do you want to build?
God, how long have you got?
A new kitchen?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Extension.
Get the
New
extension
house.
built. Yeah, that's
Actually
it.
finish the house we're in would be really nice.
Yeah, have you done that yet?
Come on,
No.
John, what have you been
honestly.
doing?
You can do that after work.
See, sat there paying for plastic. What are you
Getting a
doing?
list out for Christmas week. Phil's got one.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's it.
It's,
Yeah.
it's not going to be long enough.
Not going to be good. No. Hans, what are you looking forward to?
Well, it's rumored that he's coming out with the new F-16 Night Fighter.
See?
That's
Told you
it.
one.
Yeah.
No, I would say 32nd scale Hong Kong models, the Mosquito that's coming out. Just to see that molding process would be very cool.
Yeah, I must admit, that one-piece body is apparently some of the finest moulding that's ever been done. Because it's moulded the same way as the real thing's built. So it's quite impressive, apparently, the way they've done that. So, yeah. Stefan?
Well, it must be the Trumpeters 1 to 200s USS Missouri. I will build with Steve, together with Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. It's going to be a monster build with the pair of them building them.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially after all the aftermarket parts.
Yeah, the aftermarket stuff. Yeah, you think you've got problems. Steve's aftermarket one's at 250 quid. That's not for the kit.
Stop talking about how much it all costs, though.
Alright, Stefan will show you later.
Alright, sorry, show us again. Up a bit.
Stop talking about how much you spend.
Oh yeah, that. That's the same set. Is that the 200? Yeah, that's the one. Steve's got that as well. That's 250 quid, that box.
Hey?
And all it is, it's photo etch and the various bits
What
and
is
pieces
it?
for the
Just
ship.
a bit of
It comes with
Why did you do that?
That's the one. That's it.
It's
See,
different. That's the
Yours up as
Qantas
well.
set.
250.
What was that, Steve?
That's the Qantas set that Stefan's got. Mine's the Mark 1, but yeah,
Is it still 250 quid?
fair enough.
That's wooden deck.
Cost more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, John, when do you start yours? Not to mention the kit's a couple of £100.
A bit of plastic.
That's like
Never
Sherman
mind.
constructed it.
It's not just a bit of
It is just a
plastic.
bit of plastic.
Plastic.
It is a lot of money.
See,
I picked up a pair of shoes. You'd say, "Oh, what'd you put that for?"
you're right.
Yeah,
how
exactly.
many hours would you walk in your shoes?
Yeah.
Because you actually don't walk in them because you take them off because they hurt too much.
It depends what I'm doing. I've got going out shoes and I've got, just sitting down shoes.
Hold on. Tell all the viewers out there how many pairs of shoes you took on holiday last time.
And how many did you actually use while you were on
Just
holiday?
hold on. Just start with question one. How many pairs did
We
you take
went for a week, and yes, I did take 12 or 13 pairs.
of shoes?
Yeah,
Yeah. And how many did you actually wear?
4.
And how many killed your feet after 30 seconds so you took them off?
2.
So really, you wore 2 pairs of
2 pairs of
shoes
shoes.
for the week.
Yeah. But I had them just in case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, in Phil's luggage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and yeah.
I take the 5 kilo carry on because she has all the big cases. That's it.
So I feel sorry for your legs.
Terrible. How we do it. Never mind. There we go. So anyway, Steve, what do you? Obviously, you've got the Missouri coming up next year.
Yeah, and also for future releases, I don't know if how well you can see this. It's on the iPad. It's the
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
New buffaloes, but that's coming out from Mengen and Fell. Looking forward to getting me hands on that.
Yeah, looks good. That. Very nice.
Luckily, I've got a dealer who supplies me with the kits, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
He's got a dealer.
Yes, got a dealer.
Got dealer on speed dial.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, on speed dial as well, yeah. And be hand delivers.
Yeah, delivered to your door.
Yeah, that's right. Moving on.
Post 74 from Eric. Hello everybody there in Flory studio, and also Steve, Hans and Stefan. I'd like to wish all of you a Merry Christmas with good food and drinks. No hot tub though.
No.
He's banned.
Yeah, I'm not there. Got an ASBO now.
He has.
Thanks to this wonderful site, I'm building aircrafts now and maybe in the future even tanks. Who ever thought that? But still loving the 70s Formula 1. Yeah, the 70s Formula 1. No questions, have a very good time, Eric.
What's his easy one?
Okay.
Huh? West something.
This is from Jason. Hi everybody, hope you're all having a great Christmas. Ours here in Australia is much warmer than yours.
I bet.
Mind you, I don't know at the moment. I mowed the lawn this afternoon.
It's not cold, is it?
It's not cold at all, really,
No.
is it?
I've never mowed the lawn in December.
Stop. Due to a medical condition, I have a terrible shaking hands at times, which makes brush painting in a cockpit difficult. Do you have any suggestions or links that I could be pointed to that might make my life a little easier? Again, a Merry Christmas, Jason Rose, Australia.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas?
I know it sounds stupid, but I know a guy, he had a stroke, and he's got a little bit of a shake as well. And he uses one of those painter's poles with a soft pad on the end. And he'll literally come along and has the pole sort of like this. It goes across like the cockpit, and then he comes in with his hand, actually, so it's resting on it. Because he finds if he does it this way, he still gets too much of a little bit of a shake. But by having the pole coming across, he can literally get in there a lot better. And literally, so you could knock some of that with dowel and just put something on the end of it. But yeah, it's literally like a painter's rest or something, and you put it in there. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
So yeah, so that would be a way of stopping you sort of getting the shakes, and then obviously you can move it in closer, as you can do it like that. Has anyone's got any other suggestions?
No, sounds good. That's good idea.
If you're able to approach the main colours on, of the cockpit colour, when it comes to picking out your switches, just use, I know you do it for a cocktail stick.
Yeah.
And you can paint all the details in there with a cocktail stick, so you're not actually brushing, instead you're just dabbing paint on. And it's a lot neater as well.
Yeah.
So I go for that way.
Yeah, as I say, Steve says, that's the other way as well, because when you've got a brush, you can make quite a big mistake very quickly, but with a cocktail stick, you can't. So you've only got a tiny bit of paint on the end. And the secret with that is to have not a lot of paint on the end. Don't load it up. You literally just take a tiny little bit on the tip of it.
But if you have to do that, will that take a long time?
Yeah, it's all part of the fun.
Okay.
That's what we do. Each individual switch.
It's quick enough to paint in that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, see?
All right. I would have thought that from a little cocktail sticks we dabbed on.
Well, there you go.
See? Learn
You
something new.
learn something new.
I have actually.
That's it, see?
Sit out with a cocktail stick next time and do a bead.
I will. I'll be doing that on my little bee next year.
Page 6, first post, which is 76, which is from John. Hi all, no question, just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm currently doing some of my own research, similar to Phil's. Started with Fuller's London Pride, Ringwood Boone Doggle, Springhead Brewery Roaring Meg, Batterman's Triple XB. I hope the I hope the show isn't too long tonight, as I'm likely to be a bit tipsy by 9:30. That's not what he's put.
Oh, right, yeah. Fair enough. Well, the thing is, we're coming up on 10 o'clock here again.
We are indeed.
Poor old John will be falling asleep.
But we do have to read the next one out at least.
Go on then.
From Ben, Phil needs to read his texts. Is there anything else you're going to volunteer me for?
Right.
I told you to read it.
Oh, right, hold on. Let me do another quick question. I'll read his text.
3 times poor little Ben sent that.
From Dave,
You don't read
hi
it on air.
everyone, a very happy Christmas to you all. Has anyone had any experiences with a tan model in Turkey? They seem to be putting 132 F111 together. Now that would be a very interesting kit. Any thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. Would be. No, F111, yeah?
Yeah, 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
I did hear that little rumour.
Refresh your thread. There's another part to it.
Oh, refresh your thread. I did hear that. It's going to be a monster kit, though, isn't it? That's going to be a big old lot. Huge. And also, it's one of those aircrafts, very much like the A10, because it's going to be square, isn't it, with the wings out. Where are you going to put it?
Yeah.
It's going to become a dining room ornament, isn't it, really? So, yes. And as to Ben, yes, you can paint my figures for the tank. And that will be, I can have my diorama with my figures and everything in it as well. So, yeah, Ben Davis is going to paint the figures for the World War I tank. He said, so yeah, absolutely, get me to do it.
That's cheating.
No, it's called Ben. He's going to show me how to do it, and Syd can film us.
I can indeed. Right, I say we're on page 6, and we still got another page to go. So it's up to you whether what you want to do.
We're only up to post 71 on the thing. So if they're all just like Happy Christmassy type ones, then we'll call it. We'll just whip through them and now.
A lot of them are Christmas ones, and questions about. Yeah, there's still a load of questions as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Just a quick one.
fine.
Phil, my beautiful wife Anne-Marie has just informed me that the Flory sandal sticks are the best nail files she's ever used.
Yeah.
I should be getting her some for Christmas.
Yeah,
do a range
see,
of-
I know. I'm thinking about doing a range of pink ones. Tell her.
Leopard skin.
Pink,
ones.
purple, or leopard skin.
Gone are the days where you want my wives off their nail files.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and Owen says also that light colour paints went down with no trouble after being tinned with Tamiya about 50-50 at 15 psi.
So it just seems to be you that has the problem with them, Phil.
No, it's not. I speak to a lot of people, and it ain't just me. Yes, it seems to be other people.
Just one last. Can you just read out post 88?
Post 88.
88 is from our lovely Keith.
Keith,
Oh,
Keith.
Keith.
Hey everyone at Flory HQ. I don't normally get to see much of the live show, but imagine my delight to tune in and see my best West Country girls on there.
Yay! Love you, Keith.
No sleep for me tonight. Hi also to Hans and Stefan. Not so much to Steve though.
Can I say, would you pop to Asda for me, Keith?
Mel needs you to pick up some bits.
You know what size?
Bless. Well, there we go. We're going to have to wrap it up tonight.
I think so, yeah, because as I say, it's questions as well as obviously wishing us all Merry
Ah,
Christmas.
sorry
What
we
we'll do-
didn't get to read them all.
Obviously, on the next show,
Mhm.
maybe a bit of a special as well. We're going to do a look back with the team picking their favourite builds and worst builds and various bits and pieces, kits and stuff like that in the next show. But we'll get questions in. But when we're back to normal, we'll recap the ones we've all missed.
We'll try to do
we'll
our
make
best, yeah.
sure we'll get them copied over to the new post, and then we'll take the questions from there.
Yeah.
And then also on what day we're doing it, the
Third.
American, the 3rd of January, we're going to do our US one. So we're going to be getting up nice and early.
What time is that going to be?
So, what was an evening?
7 in the evening. Yeah, no, we're in the evening. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So it's going to be on a Saturday. In our time, it's going to be 7 in the evening on a Saturday. So your guys, I think it works out. We said about lunchtime, isn't it, or 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Over in
Just quickly,
Oh right, okay.
you're the Prezi.
Oh God.
All I'm saying is that it has got figures in mind.
Oh.
So you can go with your shovel,
We
look.
can stand by it.
And you don't even have to paint it.
Yeah, that's it. It's Darth Vader. Hey, I don't have to paint it. That's the bonus. Brilliant. Cheers, mate. Oh, look, concluding with his lightsaber.
Oh God, that's him done for Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed now.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit up in bed with my lightsaber. Right.
Yeah, all right.
Big thank you to the guys. Big
Yes,
thank you to
definitely.
Steve.
Thank you.
Steve, for joining
Happy
us.
Christmas!
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us with the
Definitely.
live shows and everything else. Big thanks to
John,
here, who's
bless
not asleep.
him.
I
So
said,
be up tomorrow
yeah,
morning.
Got the
Yeah.
delivering the
Game.
parcels tomorrow.
Yeah, Santa's little helper.
Lynn's driving home, it's fine.
Yeah, special thanks to Lynn as well, bless her.
Oh.
Mel for joining us, who said she would never come in now. She said, oh, we're going to come in for half hour and then I'll go in.
Yeah.
And now she's spent the entire night, so well done. Thank you to Syd.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
Thank you
to
to
Phil.
you.
That's
Let's face it, it wouldn't be here without you.
That's
No,
true.
that's it. We'd all have far better things to do, wouldn't we?
Well, you said that.
And
No.
many thanks to you guys for
Yeah,
watching.
and thank you for everybody for watching, joining us and everything. As I said, this time next week, well, not this time, it's 7 o'clock, we're going to have a look back at and all the rest of it with the team again, and some last questions and bits and pieces, which will be our New Year's show as we move through. So, from all of us here, all of the guys around the world, quick whiz round everywhere, we'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.